Hey guys, and welcome back to the second map of our day, Heat versus Jano. We've already seen one French team be victorious. We might just see another. My name is Freddy or Grimmy Rana. I am joined by the amazing, beautiful, sexy words you will never hear being used, Hayes.
You see, this is the thing is I always sit and I wait to see what sort of an introduction I'm going to get, Grimmy. I like to see how creative you can get, right? And you just always stroke my ego, man. That's always like, you just do the intro. Just make me feel good before we start the game.
I literally said these are words that you won't hear being used.
Well, I mean, just going back the VOD of every cast we've done together.
Okay, yeah.
Every introduction, and that
you know
just
what?
immediately proves you wrong. So
I'm gonna start like I'm gonna start like mixing up a little bit. Every time I'm with you now, I'm just gonna throw in some like random phrase and just be like, and da 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 Hayes.
Well, you could just tell the people what you were calling me before we got into the live broadcast. Behind closed doors.
That's for behind closed doors. But what isn't behind closed doors is our great CS today. We've already seen, as I said, LDLC pull through. Great comeback, 7 rounds in a row to force it 17-15, and then in a 2 versus 4, they win a retake to put them onto 18, match in series point, and then in a weird last round where Jazalt gets 2 no scopes, almost gets a third for the 4K 1 versus 2. Sadly, Amanek does clutch it up for his team. We will be seeing Heat versus Jano now straight after.
I just want to say, there's actually a world in which ex-Blue Jays win all 3 of those rounds on their T side in the second half of overtime. They won the first, and then the second, like you said, was the 4v2 post plants, and then they got it down to the 1v1. They could have won all 3 of those rounds. They would have won the map. And right now, we would have been on Vertigo, but no. It is going to be Heat versus Jano Esports. Third game of the day will be Young Ninjas versus Trick. Looking forward to that matchup. Undefined versus Mars NXT will round out the day. Up first, Jano. Quite a few notable names on this team, some more so than others. Alu, obviously the one player who's sort of building this project here. He's the captain, he's the AWP of the squad as well. He's put up some good numbers. I'm loving his hairstyle he's got going at the moment. You've got Zori and Slowy, both ex-Havu players, both well-established players in the Finnish region as well. You know what you get out of them type of thing. They've seen some decent highs. Smiley, he was a part of the Havu Academy team, I believe. No, actually part of the main Havu team for a number of months. Yeah, okay, so also pretty much if you played at a high level in Finland, you played in Havu, right?
Yes, that seems to be the case. You go through Havu like one way or another. But I'll be honest, and I'll put it bluntly, I expected more from this Jano team when they first got put together. They peaked 69th in the world, and that was actually at the very, very start of when they got formed. They had some impressive showings on LAN in like the regional tournaments, and then they've been making roster changes. They've been trying to find their placements, and they now finally have this new roster after adding Alexi? I don't know how to put it. Alexi or just Alex?
It's obviously just a massive joke, right? Here's the massive joke. When Alu was playing with Alexi B in ENCE, they decided to kick Alexi B. And they've realized now that kicking Alexi B was the worst decision ever. And so what they've done is they've added a player. They made his name Alexi so that they could bring Alexi back into the team.
Alexi, so they've got Alexi B back.
Conspiracy.
However, he's Alexi.
He's just Alexi now. Yeah.
I kind of back that, and yeah, this team, honestly, I'd expect more from them. I feel like when they first got formed, I just thought we were going to see a little bit more from this team, and they still have a lot to prove. But speaking about teams to prove themselves, Heat. Now, this is a team that have dropped off a cliff, and I think that's fair to say.
Yeah, I mean, yes and no. It's been some rough times for them just in terms of the transition that they've been going through. Obviously 3 players of the original roster staying in place. They brought Maka back into the team, and he's been phenomenal. He's one of the reasons that I'm sort of a little bit reluctant to say that they've dropped off of a cliff, because he's the one guy who's actually been playing some of the best Counter-Strike we've seen out of him in a Heat jersey. And then, well, it's Hippo, who's the last man who's going to be slotting in today in place of Gringo. Now, it's not like Hippo is somebody who's been putting up ridiculous numbers. Gringo wasn't putting up great numbers either. So a bit of a like-for-like switch in that regard. I don't know much about Hippo, though. I think I've seen the name before. maybe in a game here or there, but not someone I'm too familiar with. What about yourself there, Grimmy?
Honestly, I don't think anyone really has. Like, if you look at what his games so far, he has played like literally very minimal games, just period. Like, he's played only a handful on Heet TV. He stood in for Falcons at the beginning of this year, and then in 2020, and then that was the last time he played until 2021, literally January of 2021. And then since then he's been fairly inactive. So 24 years old, he didn't do particularly well when he played for Falcons. He actually stood in for the first map for Masuta. And was pretty much middle of the scoreboard, if not bottom. Like, he was pretty rough. And yeah, this is a player that I don't know too much about. I'll be interested to see how he plays. But yeah, Maka, I think you hit the nail on the head right with that one. This guy's playing. You were saying the best CS in like a Heat jersey. I'd say best CS I've seen out of him, period, in a long time. And I'm really excited to see what more we can see from him, because we are going to be going on to Inferno first. Is the map pick of Heat. Jano. It's not a great map for them, I'll be honest. They've played it 12 times in the last 3 months, and they've won it once against Conquer, a very poor Finnish team. They've lost against the likes of Ents Academy on it. They've lost the likes of just bad main teams, Apex Rebels twice. This is not a great map for them. This should be a pretty easy first map for Heat. And then going over onto the second map as well of Ancient, it is the map pick of Jano, but we're still going to find that same argument of Jano has been playing pretty poor CS recently.
Yeah, they have. But you look at the numbers, and you could, on the surface, it looks like you could make the same case for Ancient for what Inferno is to Jano.
Yeah, good point.
Compared to what Ancient would be to Heat, but it's not actually the case. You have to just scratch beneath the surface a little bit. And what you see is that Heat play against the likes of Godsent, Apex, Sangal twice, who are great on Ancient, Saw, and Gamer Legion. Those are the teams that they've lost to. Yes, they've lost, what, 6 or 7 maps in a row, 6 maps in a row. So that looks bleak. But you look at the level of opposition that they've been losing to, and it paints a completely different picture. Those scorelines haven't been super one-sided either. They lost 16-12, 16-11, 19-17, 16-14 to Gamer Legion. So even though that win percentage is so low for Heat on Ancient, I still definitely back them to be competitive on that map in the series.
Yeah, I genuinely really think we're going to see another 2-0. I think even with the stand-in, that even makes it a bit harder for Jano, because you're playing as like an unknown entity. I feel like Anubis is going to be a really interesting one if we see it. Both these teams seem
50-50.
Yeah, I think it's a really 50-50 map. But then you also have, like, honestly, you have the exact same argument of Jano are just playing against like a slightly lower level of opponents. And if Jano is struggling against that level of opponents on all these maps, then I think it should be quite easy sailing for Heat. A really interesting roster Heat. Like, I want to come back to them because they obviously removed Jax. Well, they benched Jax not too long ago, and Jax is now playing in Pro League, standing in for Vitality and having an unreal performance. So it's always a bit disappointing when you're like, you couldn't make this player work, and then you see him go over to a higher level, and he does even better there. But Heat now in this tournament are definitely going to be using this type of platform to get back in good form. They're 0-1, and now with the game starting, they're going to want to go 1-1. And I think this is a team that need to get back to their old form, and this is definitely going to be a tournament to start it.
Let's see if they can make it happen. Just a little anecdote there about Jax. He actually paid, I don't know if it was his full buyout or part of it, but he paid $100,000 for his own buyout to get out of G2. I believe the agreement was that Heat would pay him back over time, just to, for...
And then he got benched.
All the information to be put out into the open. Yeah, he's been benched now, so just a pretty unfortunate series of circumstances. But look at this here in the round for Heat. They've got the opening pick towards the top of Banana. The 4 remaining players for Jano are all hard rooted over towards the A side of the map. Heat don't realize the opportunity that they have right now. They don't realize that there's literally nobody on that side of the map.
It's a pretty easy.
Figure it out, though.
Yeah, pretty easy first pistol round, right? Like, this literally couldn't be any easier. You get Maka, gets the opening pick, and then bam, you win the round.
Why is it always the AWPers who use the P250s in the pistol rounds? Like, I've been trying to figure it out, but it's such a big trend for the AWPer to be the guy who gets the P250 in the pistol round.
I don't think there's any rhyme or reason. I think it might just be an individual thing and just be like, if your player, like, who's the better player to use it? maybe your AWPer is like individually quite talented. Right now, though, the retake is still very possible. Zori with the kit and the flashbang, no smoke. That's definitely going to be a bit of a negative factor for them, but it's going to be Maka still causing a lot of damage with that P250. He gets one more. Hippo gets one as well. Joko gets one before he falls, and Zore, yeah, there's no chance in this. He has got the kit, and he might get some consolidation frags, but it's just going to be Maka fighting that third. That's why he has a P250.
Absolutely. $900 in that pistol round coming through for Maka as well, so he can absolutely go for an AK and armor here. I know I certainly would. I love me an AK and armor in the second round after winning the pistol, mate. Oh man, I just I'm a fiend for that. I know quite a lot of people don't think it's the best option, because then if you die, you give up an AK as well, right? That's the logic. I just don't die, Grimmy.
You're just invincible.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you've got
to...
What?
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say no. You go first.
Well, I'm changing the topic, so you go first.
Well, I was also changing the topic.
Okay, well, I'll go first then.
Okay.
The one thing I do want to point out is the fact that Jano had a really good run in their pursuit of qualifying for the RMR, right? They were able to get through to the closed qualifier. They played in Group B. They made it through to the last chance qualifier as well, where there was 2 spots between 6 teams. They placed 3rd. Heet also fell short in that last chance qualifier. So both Jano and Heet fell short in that last chance qualifier to reach the RMR.
To be fair, the fact that I'm honestly quite impressed that Jano like got that far. I wouldn't have expected them to do so. I feel like Heat were a team that you would have expected to make it through that period, especially because
with the French major, man.
Yeah, especially because they man, take a look at this. They literally went 2-0 up, beating Fours and OG, serious teams, and then losing 1-2. They literally had the advantage. They got the first map against Gamer Legion, lost 2-1. They got the first map against Monte, lost 2-1. And then against Aurora, they actually didn't get, at least they didn't win the first map this time, but they still lost 1-2. Like they had a rough one. That's a rough turn of events.
To be fair, the 3 teams that they draw there, Gamer Legion, Monte, and Aurora,
that's rough, isn't it?
They all made it to the RMR.
Naturally, because they were...
Okay, but wait, there's a big push into a stacker. There's 3 players on the B side. There's only 14 seconds left. Smile boosted up is going to be able to get a kill, but Heat maintain control. This is all by design. All goes according to plan, regardless of the fact that they run into a stack, regardless of the fact that Slowy hits the coffin bang. He will be the one put into the coffins, and the round goes the way of Heat.
Okay, that's actually pretty nice. That's a really nice round for Heat. They make it work. Lack of time, but they still do push forward. Jano unable to put anything on the board just yet. Still very early on though in the first map of this series. Got a long way to go. But I just want to come outside for a second, Hayes. You said that every team they lost to made the RMRs. Naturally, because they were on qualification games.
True that. Yeah, good point. Point in case, although, it's like those are really strong teams, though, right? I mean, Aurora, Monte, and Gamer Legion, those are all respectable opponents who everybody kind of even earmarks as dark horses going into the RMR that could qualify for the major.
Oh, hold on a second. Smile's got to instant kill the USP, but okay, never mind. It's all like literally as I was baby be like, you never know. It's all just come in one.
Yeah, easy cleanup coming through there for Heat as they get off to a great start here to their own map pick. First gun round is upon us. AWP going to be dropped across to Slowy. No, I was like, wait, that doesn't make sense. That's not what I was expecting. And it does find its way to Alu eventually. You could find yourself over on Hellcase if you click the banner below the Twitch stream. It's code CCT for deposit bonus. Be sure to gamble responsibly.
Well, for now, Heat, they're up against the rifles now. Alu's got the big green out. We don't have the big green out for Heat. Maka's not going to have that luxury. They might just get it off Alu's dead body. That nade's going to do a bit of damage. Oh, it does a lot to Joko and Hippo. Nice bit of chip. And it also just completely starts the momentum. Like that nade, yeah, it does damage, but it just completely stops that top brackets take. And it's going to give Jano way more space to work with. Time is ticking down. Heat redirecting over towards the B bomb site now, where Zora is going to get tested.
He does have some support there from Slowy, who's actually got the flashbang lined up right now. So I think that kind of gives us an idea that Zora is not going to just fall back onto the B bomb site without putting up a bit of a fight. Heat have got so much utility left remaining as well. They don't necessarily have to go B from here. I think they might even just be forcing the CT player back and then heading over towards A. This is just really good protocols of Inferno, taking middle control, taking banana control, and then working into an execute. In the meantime, though, it's not like Jano have been forced back into that A bomb site. They still have deep control in terms of middle. Crossfire has been set up, and they're not wavering or faltering.
Strong. This is very strong. They need to smoke long. They need to push Alu out of position. They need to isolate an angle, a kill onto Smile, and they will. He won't even get the first. Smoke towards Moto as well. Alu's going to have to run through that. He will just about. No flashing. Alexi will get the first. Alu tries his best, but it's to no avail. Slowy and Zori forced to walk back the lonely walked over towards the B bomb site. And Heat, they win out the first gun round. Quite cleanly, all things considered as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it wasn't even looking like they had any obvious options there in the round either. They did a good job to force the players back into the B bomb site to make sure there were at least 2 players over towards B, but they still had to deal with the stock standard setup over on that A bomb site. 3 players there, good util usage, great entry there onto Smile. The fact that he doesn't get any kills was problematic to start the round off, or to set off the defense for Jano. And then Heat, I mean, they're leaving these rounds quite late, but seemingly with enough time to make it work. It's getting close, but still looking comfortable. I'm just kind of asking myself, and I'm wondering who's actually calling for Heat now that Body's not in the mix anymore.
I've been trying to figure it out, to be honest. I've been trying to figure out who's calling for Jano as well. I've been sitting here the whole time.
It has to be Alu. It's definitely Alu.
Is it?
Yeah. Like, I'm almost certain.
I think I was thinking for a second. I was like, no way, it's Alexi.
Well, that would just be the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I was like, there's no way, right? Because they part way with their IGL at the beginning of the year, and they haven't like directly added someone in afterwards. So I was like, is it Alexi? But Alu does also make sense, to be fair. They've also brought in Smile, so Smile could also be a new IGL, or Alu takes it.
I mean, he's just young.
Yeah, but they are both. I mean, like you kind of like they haven't. I don't think either of them. I'm not too sure if either of them have been IGL in the past.
Who?
Which
Alexi
is Smile. Yeah.
Well, it's like Smile's 20 years old and Alexi is 19, so I doubt it. I think like
I mean,
it would
the
make
age.
way more sense.
I think Shui is like an example of age doesn't matter.
I agree with that sentiment in general. I think in this type of a team though, with Zori, Slowy, and Alu, it's not like it's a group of young players and then you have a young IGL as well. It's like you've got 3 established and experienced guys. So
yeah, it would make sense to have.
You know,
it would
like
make sense
Zori's
to have
29 years old, man.
Or just even Alu, like Alu, the amount of experience he's had, like it would just make sense to kind of have him as the IGL, or IGL. You know, it's a meta. I've seen artists do it. I've seen artists win with it. You know, there's so many examples all around the block. But for now, Heat, they don't really care about who's IGLing because they're going to still try win out this round. There's only 2 players currently on the A bomb site: Smile, Alexi, the 2 players we're just talking about. They have to prove to us what they're really made of right now. Hayes. Oh, now that's not a bad start. Joko gets the first, gets taken down by Alexi. The trade is quick for Smile, still dancing around the bomb site. Unlucky for him. Lucky is there to strike a 3 versus 3. Heat will get the bomb down and they will stabilize. Alu trying to do something from library while Zori makes movement up towards short. This is going to be near impossible for him. Maka is holding his angle. Exercise can just pop up at any moment of choosing from Grave. That's exactly what he's going to do. A lovely shot. Oh my god, Exercise. That is crisp. And the French will find some quite nice frags. Hayes has had the El Clasico South America moment. South Africa moment. So he's going to be taking a few seconds. In the meantime, you're going to have me droning on by myself. Heat, they are 5-0. They're looking really good on the T side right now. It is their map pick. We were kind of talking about how pretty bad Jano are on Inferno and how pretty good Heat are. It's also the fact that Maka is only just pulling out the AWP right now, and he's already having quite a good game. And overall, you've got like Lucky playing well. Everyone's kind of stepping up when necessary. And Maka on the AWP is such a dangerous feature to have for your team. So scary to play against if I am Jano. And now he's got it back out. It's just going to be domination, I'd assume. He's playing some really good CS, as me and Hayes were talking about in the pregame. It's a weird round. Like, are they just going towards A? Yeah, they're going to be taking the long-range fights towards the A bomb site. Hippo and Joko, two lovely kills to start off there. Alu still by himself, though, in mini pit. They didn't see him at first, but as Joko does take the high ground, he will spot out the Yorper and maybe IGL. But in the meantime, Slowy's going to save the AK in second mid. Zori's going to be caught off as he's making some noise. That's going to be a free kill for Exercise. Oh, never mind. Exercise whiffs it. That's an easy shot for him to make, especially after the last round when he was crisp, but apparently those are the hardest ones. 2 rifles seemingly will be brought into the next round for Jano, but nonetheless, it's still 6-0 for Heat, so they're not complaining too much, honestly. This is expensive. This is very expensive, actually. Heat have lost 3 members there in the altercations. Well, actually, all members have been lost to these 2 players saving. And that means that Slow is going to have a AWP out for Alu. Zori's going to save the AK. A tactical pause for Jano. Just let them talk things over. What's the crack for this round? What's the plan? Round number 7. They need to start breaking Heat's spree of domination. Currently, Heat doing it a lot cleaner than LDLC were doing. LDLC definitely made it they definitely made it a lot more difficult than I think I had to be. There was a it was a 2-0, but both overtimes, like it was a bit of a rough one. And Heat we're looking to take this one once again. The double nades not landing on Maka. It does blind his vision. That flashbang's going to really blind his vision. But Zore doesn't really capitalize upon any of that. Heat, they're still going to push forward. There's a lot of utility used by Jano that hasn't really offered much up. And a great opening pick by Maka. Retake smokes have been planted, but it's just a little bit too late. It doesn't like there is no retake happening. Slowy is going to be full executed upon. Ali is going to be forced to try and be put on this retake. A lovely flashbang, to be fair. That's got Slowy his first frag, but that might be all she wrote. A 4 versus 3. The Molotov gets double molly, actually, because I think there was nades dropped for the rotation, and Alu picks them up, so he nades over towards new box and default, but like the utility gets dropped, and with so much time left on the clock, Heat didn't have to, like, it's not a worry for Heat. Heat still have a smoke towards CT. They still have a smoke towards Coffins. They're still going to get the bomb down. Triple nade, though, potentially. As the bomb gets planted, he's going to lose his life. Hippo, never mind, just about gets out of dodge. And that would have been a big kill for Jano to get. Those 3 nades also signifies to Heat where Jano are coming from. A AWP, 2 A1Ss, 2 kits, 2 smokes, and a very, very good Molotov. They're going to have to wait this time out, and this retake is near impossible. A smoke CT to try and get them away, but Hippo, nice shot there through the smoke, might even get some more. But it looks like Alu and Alexi will just get away just about by the skin of their teeth. And Heat takes 7-0. Very good T-side from them so far on their map pick. Oh, this could be a fairly quick map one. I think if they win map one this easily, it just throws out, it just throws out potentially every sort of worry about what map 2 might have to offer. Alu does get one. Hippo though, the stand-in is having a pretty good game so far. He might even get a third. He's really found the space on the A bomb site here. My God, has he cracked open this site? Needs to be careful of Slowy, who's currently in no man's land. The timing. They walk past each other. Oh my God, what's happening? Wait, what? Moto Smoke gets dropped. Hippo, what is happening? And there's gonna spot him out. Okay, wait, no, Slowy's playing Trigger Discipline. Is this gonna go against him? What is happening? This is such a strange round. And Hippo, okay, finally gets dropped. Lucky making noise. Slowy knows where he is. And it's the fact that Hippo just never looks around, but Lucky, my God, lands the shot of a lifetime. And Maka in a 1 versus 2 knows where Zori is. A quick scope doesn't land. And Alu has now come in to help his teammates. No smoke to deny vision. It's going to be a really hard round for Maka. He needs to bait out the shot from Alu, which he doesn't quite yet. He seems to have a great idea what Alu is. P250 out, tries to land a cheeky headshot onto Zori, but it will just be Jano to find there first. Good attempt. That was a weird round. It all kind of came down to if Hippo just like turned around. Still, really good money for the T side, though. They're going to have a buy up into this round without much to worry. Probably will even have a buy in the next as well. No contention towards the B site, really, for either team. Heet, they're just choosing to go straight towards brackets. They're going to take this with all 5 members. It's a triple short setup right now for Jano. Really good to stop a play like this. But Joko, my God, no way does he pre-fire Smile like that. That's an unreal shot. And Alu does just about get the kill onto Joko. Trades out his teammate eventually, but takes a lot of damage because of it. There is a rotation from Slowy, but he might be met on the back end of Makazorb. Alu puts it still into a 3 versus 3. Alu's on a Stormer. Alu does finally get silenced, but the damage has been dealt. A 2 versus 2. And the round's being reset for now. Lucky shifting out long with the bomb. Needs to be careful. Holds for Zore and misses the spray. Bomb being dropped around the corner. And Exercise will not find success either. Jano find 2. And Heet, that's a round they should have won, but it's all pretty much down. No, sorry. Jano find 2. Heet should have won that round. And it kind of is just because Alu just pops off. Still, though, another buyout for Heet. A 1-for-1 trade over towards the B side of the map. Alu's the only player here right now. He was the hero of the A bomb site last round. He's going to try to be the hero of the B bomb site this round. He gets the first kill fully blind onto Exercise and is also able to back off. Rotations are really far away, that's the issue, but Alu goes in for seconds. He doesn't quite miss his shot, but he still doesn't get the kill. Tags Maka down, drops a nade onto Hippo, but Gyoko, now that's a push and a half. This is a really strong position to be in on Shri. Zore isn't going to expect him, comes around the corner, gets one, gets two, and he knows where the second is. Alex and Alu both are in the known. Alu has to pop off now. This AWP cannot capitalize on the damage is already done to Maka, but he still will find the frag onto Hippo. 1 versus 1. AWPer versus AWPer. One isn't on his primary weapon. Alu has no kit. This is a big issue with the bomb ticking down. Maka's playing the time, and with a missed shot ringing through the air, Maka silences the Finnish veteran, and Heet take an 8th. A full stack towards top brackets. Jano on a lot of pistols, and Hippo, my god, he hears them thundering around. Mac 10 goes brrr, and the Mac 10 farms away some cash. 4 kills, $2,400 in his back pocket. Me likey. 9-2. Oh, that's a good round for the Econ. After keeping only one player alive and losing a few rounds in a row, now that is the round to win. 4 kills with the Mac 10. Nice. Ooh, a lot of just persistence over towards the B bomb site. It's going to favor the brave. Fortune favors the brave. With Zore and Slowy just charging down, finding a kill each. And Heet, they're still keeping the pressure on. They're not giving... I mean, sorry. Jano aren't giving Heet any wriggle room. They will finally fall away. Mate, Hippo's unreal. What? This guy's unreal. I've barely seen him play before. I didn't know he existed before this game, truth be told. Played 1 game in the last 3 years on HLTV. 2 years, rather. He stood in for Falcons on map number 1. And had a very poor performance. By God, is he impressing me right now. He might have just given Heet his 10th. A round that looks so lost. Jano had the 2-man advantage. This might just be them taking it home. Hippo will finally go... What?! He hits the 1-tap on Smile as well. That's ridiculous, but it might all be in vain. Exercise gets the first, runs back through the smoke. Alu with the big green. No kit. Does pick up a kit. Sticking to the fuse. 5 seconds. But it will be Exercise. Pulls out the bluff. Knows that the bomb is not being defused fully. Saves the AWP. And he wins Heet their 10th. Hippo, no way does he hit that first bullet. Hippo, my God. Get this man in a team. Okay, so Jano, there's still a chance. There's still a chance for them in this round. They did get the opening 1-for-1, but Exercise Bit of an eco demon after getting the 1 versus 2 last round. Wants to continue on his form. My God. Hippo is on fire. This guy, he is crispy with it. He has died, he's the first die this round, but it's like, I can still marvel in his excellence. And Heet, they're 10-2 up on their teeth of their map. Ancient, I feel like, is really going to be similar in its one-sidedness. Very good so far from the French. It could be all French in the winning department today so far. Alo does get one on the exit there. It means he picks up an AK. So next round, they're going to have the AK. And, like, realistically, I don't know why you'd be keeping on to the MP9 like that. I guess you're just keeping on to the utility, the armor. I hope he doesn't use it. I hope he just drops the MP9 away. Yeah, I hope he does just buy up an M4. Okay, there's no need. You have the money. Alu drops over the AK to Slowy. He'll pick up the AWP. The money's looking good for Jano. They've saved a bit of armor. Don't necessarily need to, as they did have they have full loss bonus and, like, money in the bank. But he 11-2 in the last round and a half potentially might just be dominating here. Retake coming towards the B-bomb side. Zore does get caught. Wait, what? Zore gets the kill and then slowly kills him. Oh my God. Okay, so that was actually looking good for Jano. They do a nice little retake. The flashes are good. Zore gets the opening kill, then slowly kills him, and then dies to the AWP. Jano is getting bad to worse from them. Alu's going to try pull something out of the hat, try to do some magic, perform something that is simply impossible, and sadly he's not going to be given the opportunities. He's completely flashed off the angle as he pushes through. Exercise lurking from the A bomb site is going to make sure that this round is done and dusted, even though I feel like even without him it's still going to be going in the demise of Jano, unless Alu really does have something to say about it. The impossible might just unfold in front of us. Exercise needs to pick up the pace because Exercise has left Maka all by himself on the B bomb site right now. The flashbang is good. Mac is blinded, forced back into dark, and now Exercise can finally reveal himself. A flash in front of Exercise. Perfect. Completely blinds both of the CT players. Time is ticking down. No kit on the board. Another missed shot from the AWP. Exercise is repositioned quite nicely. Alu is sticking the bomb. He has got support from Smile, but with no time left, Heet find their 12th. Now that got a lot closer than expected, but Alu's dead, so no survivors. That was an interesting affair. Last round of the half. Lucky just spams Zore through the smoke. The victim of last round. Feel bad for him. Slowy's just preying on his downfall. Lucky's just got both kills towards B. Like, the round's over. They're wrapping around B. Slowy's going to be in a super... This is just such a rough round for Jano. Like, you lose both the players B, and then guess what? Your rotator has just opened up space for the A bomb site to be wrapped around. Slowy, I think they know he's there because of utility. They know he's towards B. The bomb gets planted, and everyone just beelines for the B bomb site. Hippo, 15-9. This man is unrulily crisp. With Heat winning a dominant 13 rounds on their map pick of the first half. Can they do it after the break? Well, a pretty successful venture onto Inferno for Heat. A team that people have mostly seen an upper echelons of CSGO, to be honest. Like, they've played at fairly high levels. They're looking to get back there with this new roster. Hippo, they're standing for Gringo. Oh, yeah, Gringo is doing really well right now, and this round is just looking so good for the French once again. Lucky's only good for worst and only good for one in that interaction towards Sean. A lot of damage down to Alexi. Zori tagged a little bit as well, and the retake is going to be very imminent. The kit, I'm not sure if there is one anywhere, but Heat, they're just going to try and brute force it very early on out towards short. Joko gets one. Alexi does get something for himself, and my god, the kills in a flurry all go the way of the CT side. Zori and Alexi, my god, now that is something to marvel at. Ooh, that's a good kill onto Maka. It's a great position from Maka, but Smile spots him out, so very unfortunate for him. And Jano, they might get some success here on the T side for now. Slowing it down quite a lot. There's aggression over towards A and B. Slowy's still very low HP, so he needs to be careful on this Mac 10. The Deagle can sing out. 45 seconds, that smoke being dropped is actually really big. It kind of forces the T's away, potentially, from the B-bomb site. I think they are still faking it out. There's a boost up on CT. In the meantime, it's going to be more of a commit over towards the A-bomb site. Really good from Exercise, actually. He's got away. He's staying alive. He's doing damage to Alu's on 2 HP, and he's still dancing and prancing. Alexi will finally deal with him, but he's dealt so much time. He's allowed for the rotation to come through. 15 seconds, 2 players on the bomb site. Lucky's revealed himself, but Joker coming from middle is going to die. Hippo now in a 1 versus 2. Can't find the first Deagle shot. Now he can. Alu making noise. 5 seconds, 2 HP. Oh, Hippo, no! Gets around the corner just in time. The stand-in with the 1 versus 3 clutch. The 1 dig onto Alexi seals the deal, and Alu cannot deal with him. 14-3. Heat, a close but successful ordeal on the second round of the CT side. Oh, no way. Alligator gun goes snap, snap, snap. And there goes Alexi. Unfortunate for him. Not a huge amount you can do about that right there, is there? Gap in the smoke reveals Slowy to Joko. It's only a matter of time before he dies. He does get away, and the sound cues will be relayed over to him. I think Lucky would have definitely heard him. Alu trying to make something work over towards Boiler Room. I think... Oh my god, what a shot. Sorry, Zori's just nailed Joko. It's actually a 3 versus 3. The B bomb site might just fall, but nope, Lucky. You know what? 9 HP and it still works, apparently. I don't know how that round has gone so well for Heat. It seemed like it really shouldn't have, but it has. And they go away with it with 2 AKs and M4. Nice. Heat 15, Jano 3. It's been a pretty good first map for them all in all. The French squad showing us how it's done. They're really having a great Inferno right now. I'm honestly fairly impressed. If they can continue this over on the second map, we could be seeing some pretty nice success for them. Ooh. And especially when they've just got Deagles here, I think this should be a pretty easy one for Heet. A great nade on the Zori as well, just bonking him down by 50 HP. There's really not much you can do about that one whatsoever. With little utility, 3 smokes and 2 flashbangs, they could potentially get themselves onto a bomb site. Then as soon as they get to that bomb site, there's going to be nothing to really hold away the defenders. Cheeky little 1-dig attempt from Slowy. Lucky's dancing around bullets, trying to make it work. Slowy is getting fairly close, to be fair to him. But in the meantime, it's all going to be a ruse. He's faking it out for his teammates. The rest of them are going to be going towards the A bomb site. Through top brackets, they are going to smoke for the wrap. And Exercise in a great position to stop this if they do come towards CT. 35 seconds, they have to make a move now. 2 flashbangs and a smoke. Jano, they don't have much else to lie back onto. They don't really even have the weaponry. And Zori, now that's a shot and a half. That opens up a lot of space. It's now putting a lot of pressure onto Maka and Hippo. The rotations are going to be tampered with. It's going to be very difficult for Joko and Lucky to have much impact in this round. But Hippo and Maka, I said it was all up to them. They're doing pretty good so far. That scout does sing out for a headshot, but Maka's still alive. Flashbang coming out from the team, and Slowy still is able to get the player in mini pit. Very, very good retake though. Slowy puts it into a 1 versus 1, however, and Lucky swings out. Missed shot with the scout. The second one does connect. 1 HP in a dream, and Lucky, the dream has been squandered. It looks so good for Heet. The flashbang from CT almost gives Maka a chance, but he can't get anything more than that first he got, and Jano stay alive for 1 more round. Ooh, the boost. Not going in favor of Maka. That's a great shot from Zori, to be fair there. And Jano, they might use that to instantly just accelerate over towards the A bomb site. And there's going to be a bit of an apartments pop. Hippo dodging the flashbang. First kill with the Mag 7. My god. This guy can do it with everything. Exercise, though, not really in a great position to help out his teammates. And with the A bomb site falling, so will the round. A nice first kill there from Hippo, but it all just goes really bad afterwards. Get caught in transition. The Finns will just draw 1 back for now. But I think it's just a matter of time till we go over to Ancient. Lucky's just going to save that 5-7. They have literally 10 chances more Heat if they want to pull us over the line. Looking pretty good, to be honest. Hippo, because he got a kill with the Mag 7, he's an extra 800 than everyone else. I don't think he should invest that. He could actually just buy the AWP next round, potentially, for Maka. But no, he drops over $600. Did he drop over a Molotov? Did he buy a Molotov for Joko? It's a weird buy. You've got a bit of... There was utility... saved over by Lucky. So I think they're just, yeah, they're dropping some flashbangs and stuff over. and they're just trying to they're actually doing like a legit B take. Lucky on this hero 5/7 and armor is just gonna try be the saving grace for his team, and the fact that he's already got a kill, and the fact that he's already eliminated Slowy, and is actually gonna get away with it as well. I mean, like, he's in such an awkward position. But he's been tampered with a lot. He's actually lost a lot of HP. But another smoke of banana might just allow him to get out, to be honest. And Hippo, oh no, with the Zeus. Oh no, he shoots too early. Hippo, I want to watch this guy play more. He's a demon. Like, I kind of rate him. I just feel like I saw him in that position. I was like, yeah, he gets the kill. Alu. Oh, now he's gonna die. My God. This is unfortunate. It's funny, but it's unfortunate. And Joko is going to bait in for Lucky. This is a lot of damage. This is a lot of damage dealt when you really had nothing. You're 2 Zeuses, a save 5/7. Like, I don't know. Surprises is going this well. And Exercise is just being baited in perfectly. But he will only get... Wait, Exercise actually gets the first. I mean, Lucky's on 1 HP. Like, Okay, no, he's not going to win this. I was going to say, I refuse to accept he's going to win this. And Zori will get the theoretically 1v2 clutch. A pretty easy one. Jano 6, Heet 15. Very expensive for the T side. Not ideal whatsoever. Surprisingly close. Ooh, Joko pushing through. That's not a bad start for Heat. A lot of space towards the B bomb site. Because of that control, it means that Lucky's just boosted up Joko, who's already, to be fair, is on 27 HP. So I maybe would have liked to boost Lucky up possibly. They're stacking the A bomb site straight away. Jano have to commit a lot of forces and their very minimized utility over towards potentially taking control towards B and top bracket, because they've taken control towards top bracket and instantaneously have just lost it. 4 versus 2. This could be the beginning of the end for them. This is such a good CT round be played out by Heat. They've just pushed and pulled all over the map. They took top banana and then they went back. They took top brackets. They went back. They've come away with 3 kills and they've lost 1 player. Now they can resort to a normal default. Lucky can just flash onto the B bomb site and just stop Zori and Alu whenever he wants. Joko's boosted up. I doubt they expect him to be here. This should be 16 for Heat. And Zori is going to creep in. Doesn't see Joko. And he will lose his life because of it. Alu on versus 4. Misses the shot with the AWP. Gets dinked. And will finally lose his life. Heat 16. Jano 6. A very dominant Inferno showing from the French side. It's all been me for this map. And hopefully we will have Hayes back for map number 2. It will be Ancient. It will be the map pick of the Finns. And let's see after the break if they're able to change anything up.
very complicated job, but I love simple things so much. One move. One push. One touch. One love. One click. One XBet.
Are you sick of just opening cases? Join the events! At each event, you can find special cases from which tokens fall. Tokens are your ticket into a world of unique awards. For tokens, you can buy a skin, premium, or special balance. Try your luck in the skin generator. Also, you can leave your tokens at the token vault. And the more tokens you keep, the better skin you'll get. Add variety to opening cases with Hellcase.
The hunger for glory feeds the desire, the courage to look for a challenge, to feed your ambitions. To reach for greatness. To become the champion of champions.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the second map of Jano versus Heet. The first one was an absolute dumpster fire for Jano. Heat just barreled in and they took everything. That was just really good for them. Like, everyone played well. Jano, Alu played well, and that was about it. Hippo had an absolute blaster of a game. Sorry, Zori also played really well for... yeah, she did play very well for Jano, but Hippo, top of the scoreboard, top of the server. Like, I don't know where that came from. I was not expecting it, but my God, was he the X Factor. If he can continue that now going on to Ancient, which is the map pick of Jano, I think they could be in a spot of bother. One thing to look at, though, and it was something that we were talking about in the pregame, was that... you got to definitely look at Inferno for Jano. It's one of their worst maps. It's definitely a map they struggle on quite a lot, and it's like one of the best for Heat. Where then you go on to Ancient, and it's kind of like the same, but you flip it around. Heat have a 6-map loss streak on this against some pretty good teams, to be fair, but still it's a 6-map loss streak nonetheless. Whereas Jano, they aren't like unreal at it, but they're still winning a little bit more. It is against a lot less level of opponents. They've won 3 out of the last 6, so 3 for 3. 2 of them being against Ents Academy, 1 being against Little Mix. They've lost against Enhanced, Swedish, a Polish Finnish team with no one I even recognize on there. But we are going to be going over to the match now. So Jano is definitely a map that they want to be picking up. They do not want to go 0-2 in this matchup early on. It might be the case. Heat, they start on the CT side. I'll be looking to go 1-1 in the main Swiss, and that's a good start. Gyoko gets 2. Oh, that's magnificent. Maka even chimes in for 1 as well. And the French Brigade are hunting down the Finns. Au revoir, they say, because this map is already off to a bad start for the Finnish team. The odds over at cct.gg/1xbet most firmly in the favor of the French. And if you are wanting to go over there, make sure that you please do bet in a fun and safe environment when you can afford and when you are over the age of 18. Want to know? Jano, they are going to buy back into this. They didn't get the bomb down, but it won't stop them today. Gonna be a heavy commit over towards the A bomb site early on, it seems. 3 Tech 9s, 2 Deagles. A smoke towards Donut, a smoke towards CT. Exercise hasn't been smoked off, and the flashes aren't going to hit him. That's an easy first kill for him. Spraying, holding it in that little tight angle, is still somehow able to get 2 and fade away. He is very low HP, but his existence is still going to be detrimental to the progression of Jano on this A bomb site. Alex and Zore walking wounded, and they're just going to be falling to their graves imminently. Quick, easy round for Heet. Honestly, pretty good all in all. Oh, Maka farming them up. 4 quick kills with the AUG. And who said this weapon was broke? Who said this weapon wasn't in meta? He is denied the A sadly by Exercise. I mean, like, it's denied in broad terms. Obviously, Exercise was on the A bomb side and the player was running at him. But that's a really nice clean round for Heet, because it's the fact they've kept 3 players and 5 players alive. Subsequently, it's going to mean they've got a great economy. And Jano, 5 AKs out, no AWP, no AWP for both sides. Going to favor the T sides here, I think, not having an AWP out on Maka. Alu's been great, to be fair, on the AWP, but I think, especially in this position, having Maka on the AWP early on is going to be really dangerous. He's going to have it next round kind of regardless. Money's really good for the CT side. And oh, look at this pressure. Gyoko just taking the fight to them. Flashed by so many different flashbangs. But Gyoko, being unblinded first, is going to spot out Slowy. Smile stuck behind the smoke cannot help them. But in the meantime, look at the progression outside of the A bomb site. Alex is leading the charge alongside Exus. Well, he's actually leading the charge, but Exile is going to chop him down. 3 versus 5 in favor of Heet. Smile on a very, very extended flank is going to be coming from the A bomb side, but he might be a little bit too late as the retake is already coming through. They know about Zore. He's going to get flashed into Temple. Doesn't utilize it to full advantage, but this is when Smile initiates his contact. That's 2 quick kills. Back to an even Stevens, 3 versus 3. However, it might not be enough. Hippo only good for that first. Still a 2 versus 2. No smoke for the bomb. There is a kit on both, on only one player, and Lucky is going to get on that bomb then. Smile, who attempted to be the hero, might just be, and he will. An ace. A 1 versus 2 ace. Incredible scenes from the Finn. And that's exactly what Jano needed. I did not think he had it there, but he makes it work. He proves me wrong. And an unreal round there. The extended flank comes into fruition magnificently. Still though, Jano, this is it's 1 round in the list of many they need to get. Alu has got his AWP out, so does Maka, but he's dropped it over to Exercise. Ooh, speaking of Maka, he's going to lose his life very early on in this round. That's the opening pick for Jano. And Slowy trying his best Smile impressions. Smile yet again, creeping through the back lines. I don't understand how he consistently gets this to go, but it's working. And Gyoko might be his next victim. This round's done and dusted. And Jano, not a bad T start. I'll give him that. They're making this game a lot more contestable early on than Inferno was. Inferno was like 7-0 at the start. They won 2, so it was 7-2, and then it was just GG from then on, pretty much. Heat were always going to be winning, and in this one, it's a little bit different at least. Heet on a full eco right now. Gonna be a pretty easy affair for Jano. Slow wave. Does he just get dinked midair? That's very unfortunate. Mate, Smile's having a game. He is farming them. That's basically... He went from 0 to 9 kills in 3 rounds. My god. Fair enough, I guess. You can take that. And the odds still very heavily in favor of Heet. The gun round's going to be out for them again. No warp for Maka this time. I think Exercise actually was wielding it the previous round because he got tagged down low, and Maka was the first to die very early on in Cave. It's a good enough buy. They do have a FAMAS out, a bit of low utility on the likes of Exercise, but a pretty good round for Jano to continue their domination. Heavy mid aggression from the city side isn't going to find much resilience, but it's good control, and with no worry towards A, Maka is just going to float back over. And Heet taking a lot of good early ground. That smoke towards Shelf is just going to early on funnel Jano back towards the B bomb site. 4 players walking up ramp. Joker's going to drop the smoke, but it's too late. They're running through, but it's going to good first pick by Alex. A team flash, a big misplay. At least the bomb site has been taken. They might be down a man. They can get... Wait, they can't even get the bomb down. Sorry, Alu can't quite cross just yet. And he will be able to get across now. Hippo didn't want to peek out on the timing. And the kills all going in favor of Jano for now. But Joko, alongside Lucky and Hippo, change the tides of time. That's a great round from Joko. Gets the first onto Alexi. And then it all goes in favor of Heet. Jano a bit scrappy. Like, it felt like they had it that one. But unfortunately not. Another heavy bit of mid-aggression from Heet. In doing well at taking this area of the map away from Jano, forcing them to push onto the extremities. And as soon as Heet takes control, they can just go and anchor down one of these bomb sites. Like, it's a really nice position to be in. And they do it by getting kills as well in the meantime. Like, this is a great example for them. The 5 versus 3 Heet looking just to continue their success forward. They did some damage there. The AWP actually tagging Joko through the wall. Smile would have heard that. Smile's been a demon towards this B bomb site. He has made it his own consistently, but sadly he's going to get smoked out for now. In the meantime, Alexi? It's honestly, me and Hayes couldn't figure it out. If anyone in chat wants to help me out there, any Finnish people in chat that wants to help me out with that. But first of all, as I'm rambling along, this round is looking dire. Like, Maka finally gets the kill over towards the A bomb site, but little they know, it's going to be all directed towards B. Smile finally reveals himself. Alu's going to get the bomb down. This is a 5 versus 3. It's now a 2 versus 2. And Heet, they are going to flash their way through. Both players on the kit. Alu and Smile residing towards Cave. No utility at all for Heet. Smile has a smoke he can drop at any moment. A flash and a nade as well, just to disrupt the momentum slightly of the retake. And Alu, who's going to hear the player towards short. Maka pounding around. Alu isn't going to shot. He's going to hold his fire and will finally shoot, but he's going to miss. Smile reveals himself. Bombs being stuck. Exercise has the time. Balls of steel. And Smile cannot make it work. Heet extend their lead by 2. A good try there, but it all stemmed from the fact that Alu misses his AWP shot. Very unfortunate. Smile has been so good so far in this matchup. Mostly on Ancient, actually. But he's won them the majority of their rounds. But that time is not enough, sadly. Good round. Overall from Heat. They make it work when I kind of not thinking they would. It's an early trade 1-for-1. Alexi did get the first pick, but is traded by Hippo over on the A bomb side. In the meantime, Smile, man, he just consistently is adding so much pressure in the right direction, going towards the B bomb side. The smoke and flashbang is going to force Lucky out of position. The nade not doing too much, and Maka, tunnel visioned by that AWP, is going to lose his life. Gyoko attempts to trade out to the FAMAS, sorry, the A1S, and that's going to be his downfall. Hippo now, the stand-in, forced to save. There is an AK for him to pick up somewhere on A. That's very unfortunate. I think a lot of that round actually comes down to Maka, and if he was able to get the first kill, but he doesn't. And yet again, Smile gets a double entry, because, like, obviously, he's just unreal. And Hippo won't even save. Sorry, a lumbered spray, but still makes it work. Jano 4, Heat 5, and the CT side economy reset. It's spelt Axeli? Axeli? Yeah. Like I know because in Finnish a lot of stuff isn't Cyrillic? Phonetic, that's the word. Yeah, it's not phonetic, so it's like you don't spell it, or you don't say it as it's spelt. Axeli. Honestly, I'm gonna go for Axeli. Someone, I was gonna say someone's put it in, but yeah, Axeli. You know what? That's if someone's told me what it is, and like I trust him. A terrific first kill by Gyoko. But he will get traded out, and I think the rest of the team are just gonna, yeah, it's gonna be maintained just about by Jano there. That was a second where Slowy's on 27 HP. He could have faded away. But I think this round, ooh, Zori is gonna miss a shot. I don't know if that's gonna really result to much. It just would be nice, I guess. There's no way that Heat win this. Okay, Axeli. So it doesn't make sense to me, I'll be honest, but I guess it will make sense to, I don't know, maybe Finnish people. But yeah, that round I was saying, like, there's no way it should have potentially gone wrong, and it doesn't. So yeah, all good for Jano. They actually push it to 5-5. It's not a too bad of start for them. Heat are going to save a AWP and AK. Ooh. That force buy, in a weird way, actually comes out with quite a lot. Like, they don't win the round. They don't get that many kills, to be honest, but they save an AWP and an AK. It's going to be good in the hands of Maka. Exercise with the AK. Can drop over pistols as well. Like, both those players have pistols, so Gyoko and Hippo now have greater pistols. So it's actually a somewhat dangerous round for Jano. They need to be careful. They need to respect these upgraded weaponry here and there, but overall it should still be pretty easy. And aggression towards A. Maka's got the right read. Maka double scope in. Ooh, that, like, he genuinely had to get that first pick. I think he had to get the kill there, and he's going to fall away. Utility is just going to force him out of position. He's really fell away. He's gone to literally the other bomb site now, so he's not going to be that vital. Like, he sees the head of someone when he's coming around the corner. The issue was he saw one head, not four, when there were 4 players there. But with all players leaving the A bomb site right now for Heat. They actually have no one there directly. They're both in donut. It's a good kill on the Slowy. It means that Maka is actually rotating a lot quicker back towards the A bomb site. And there has been a kill indeed from Hippo. That Deagle has found the first. Okay. Maybe. Excelli sitting in that smoke has been just headshotted. Maka. No way. A 2 versus 5. Zori's on 41 HP. Alu in Temple. They're being pinted from so many different angles. And Lucky also has the timing in towards a main. Lucky's going to catch Zori off guard, but Zori still makes it work. Alu, he gets the first kill, but now he misses the second. Third time of asking, he will land the shot. Zori, a 1 versus Maka. No kit. And the Yorp cannot capitalize on the low HP like the AK can. So the Frenchman will just run away. Jano, in a 2 versus 5, they make it work. Very impressive from them. Zori will lose his life at the end, but they will still take the lead. And in haste, they will be looking to make it more. Alexi. Okay, Alexi. I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay, Alexi. I was right. Alexi. Okay, yeah. Alexi. That's what we were saying it, me and Hayes. And I think, you say it exactly as it's typed, although the character's pronounced differently from English. Yeah, okay, so yeah, that makes sense. Like it's like for Finnish people, it'd be like you say it as you see it. But it's like because obviously it's a different language. It's like kind of lost in translation a little bit. Sorry for any confusion. Thank you very much for helping me, Alexi. Thank you very much. Now, Maka though, he will actually still get a frag though with AWP before he falls. Jano, they're going to get the bomb planted. And look at my boy Slowy. He's trying to do what Smile's been doing all this game and go on this very extended flank. But my God, is this one extended? He's going to be there in a while. Retake smoke coming through now. Allowing Hippo to inch his way forward. Alexi is going to actually burn in that flames, but as soon as it's starting to get a little bit dangerous, now the flank is coming in. Slowy is going to be the final reserve for Jano. Here he is. Lucky runs into his crosshair and Exercise forced to reduce himself into the shadows. The lonely walk over towards the B bomb site as Jano find a 7th, and Heat not looking as strong as they once were on Inferno. I feel like I've really angered loads of people. I've definitely I've definitely angered a lot of people in chat. I feel like I really apologize. I feel like I've yeah, I do apologize. I've angered a lot of people. The Finnish people coming to help me. Some a little bit nicer than others. Sorry. Let's see. Okay, I've got it. We had it right, and then we changed it, and we got it wrong. But now, it's gonna be aggression over towards the A bomb side. Exercise, who saved that M4, is gonna get one before he trails away. Needs to be careful because Alu that's actually a big brain. Drops a nade, smoke screen away, is gonna run away. So at least the M4 is going to get out of any trouble. He actually goes back for more, but Alu is just too deep around the corner for him to really make it work. So in the meantime, Jano are going to be going back over towards the B bomb site, where currently there's only Gyoko with an armor, deagle, and smoke. Neither the AWP or A1 or M4 are near to help. The gamble stacking over towards A, and they have been smoked towards Go Nuts. I'm interested to see if they push through this, because both the AWP and M4 are there. And Jano have they just overcomplicated this? I looked like they were going towards B, but now it looks like the bomb is actually going to come through shelf for some reason. And yeah, this is the perfect play. This is the perfect play indeed. They're walking into the AWP and M4. Maka gets 2. Maka drops the bomb. He might even get a third onto Zori, but no. Zori does silence him eventually. But where do they go from now? The B bomb site has been cracked open, and it's all down to Lucky. Slowy is on low HP and is going to get trampled upon. 20 seconds left. Zori has just enough time to head over towards A. I would have almost been, in theory, to just let Lucky go. I don't know. Oh no, sorry. Just let Slowy go and Lucky play like the long game and the big brainness. However, with that in mind, Lucky's in a 1 versus 1. Neither player really knows where each other are. And Lucky has no kit. Coming out from Temple, Zori has repositioned himself towards CT, and they've literally done ring around the rosies. Lucky is where Zori is where Lucky was, and with the bomb being tapped, Zori has the advantage, comes around, sprays. Oh, that is unfortunate for Lucky. He actually had a chance there as Zori reveals his position. 19 HP, the Finn will survive. He will have the AWP saved, and Jano will take the lead further, 8-5. Heet will take a second tactical pause. I really thought the French would have. I genuinely thought Heet might have like been a little bit more on top. Honestly, yeah, I do think I thought Heat would actually be winning this one out. Not to be, for now, anyways. It's still very early doors. It's still anything can happen. And especially with how close some of these rounds are, especially with how close the rounds are in the aspect of it being a low buy. Like that, yeah, again, that was an O buy. And like it just kind of happens that they get a bit lucky with Maka's positioning a little bit. Sadly, they can't sadly finish it off. In the meantime, though, that's a good start for Heat, because that's a big scout to take. Smile's been a real detriment to them the whole game, and he will be out of the server straight away. Again, really dominant control towards middle for Heat. They've been targeting this consistently, and they've been finding good success, especially out of the gate swinging. They were just removing a lot of space for Jano. And in recent history, they have kind of given it away a little bit more. A bait and switch, Hippo and Maka in middle will just think of the wiser and will just fall back away towards Donut and Candles. That smoke candle's going to be fading soon. That's when Maka is going to be enabled a little bit more. Hippo's going to be careful. Strong position. It's only strong if he doesn't overpeak. He doesn't really have that great of support, so he needs to just make sure he gets a kill or just stays alive. Zori has been allowed to get in towards Candles. 38 HP, and he's probably going to be walking into a demise very soon. Like, I don't see him. Yeah, he's going to be walking to his death, I think. Maka's holding his angle. Maka just can't get timings. To hold and post on this position. In the meantime, the remaining 3 players of Jano are walking towards the B-bomb site, where they will find contact. Joko rips the head off one, and Maka is clearing out the angles. Oh, Hippo runs into the open. Maka misses the AWP shot. Has Zori potentially just done it all? Sadly enough, it is not going to be resulting in too much, as the B-bomb site, the attack really dwindles down to nothing, and Heat find a 6. The penultimate round of the half will be Heat fighting for a close 7-8 affair. tactical pause for Jano. The first one so far in this game. Just to end off the half. They want to just calm things down a second. Like, they lost that round. Been looking very good so far on Ancient. The money is really bad for them, to be fair. They're in a really weird spot. We've got an Orpal and Alu, 2 Galils, 2 AKs. Not much utility on some of these players. Alexi, Alu, and Smile really dwindled. Smile, the first person to die last round. I feel like I'd be expecting him to do a little bit more now. He's been a really big driving factor for Jano, or Alu as well on this T side. I would have wanted to see more from him on the AWP. I think Maka has bettered him when he's had the opportunity to. Maka, to be honest, I think has been a little bit... the whole of Heat has just been very quiet on CT side here. I'm going to want to see a big resurgence from them on the T side. And right now, Jano are stacked towards the A-bomb site. Exercise on the boost. Spots out Alexi, gets the first. Smile, tries to trade, and he will succeed. Maka, who's already got a kill towards middle, is in very quick rotation. Hippo, though, is going to get backstabbed. This is a great play from Slowy. Slowy does nail the first. And he might even get Maka. Oh, Maka missing shots. Maka missing 2 will mean that Heat do not have the advantage anymore. Slowy on 20 HP. Alu on 100. A kit on Lucky. No kit on Gyoko. And the CTs coming from 2 different directions. Now grouping up towards Temple. A flashbang coming through. Alu strikes the first. Gyoko falls in the same way. Very nice from the Yorper. It seemed like that would be all for Heat that round, but no, the Finns snatch it out of the jaws of defeat. Do not go too far, because we'll see in the second half if Heat can claw back, or are we going to Anubis? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a little bit of a surprise. The man from South Africa decided to leave us for a few minutes, but he has returned. Da-da-da-da! Haze!
Let's go, baby. I'm so
Let's
glad
go,
that I made
baby.
it back in time here as well. I felt horrible leaving you stranded and abandoned. That's not our daddy treats
I was
his little
scared.
kitten.
I was scared. My purr. I was scared. I was scared without you. But what is scary is the fact that Jano might still lose this out.
Yeah, well, I mean, 9-6 have a great first half performance. They got dominated on Inferno, but they're fighting back here on their map pick. And they've got the 9 rounds coming into their C side. They're going to be feeling real comfortable about that halftime scoreline. Not too comfortable here in the pistol, though. 4 versus 5, Heat starts to make their way in towards that B-bomb side. Right now, it's actually only Zori who's on the side of the map, and there isn't any support anywhere near. So he's got a massive job on his shoulders. The longer he take, more likely a rotation comes through. Util starts to rein in.
Yeah, I was going to say, this smoke signifies it pretty well, right? But they're not actually rotating, because it was almost like nothing else is coming with it, but that's a sick shot from Zore Phase. That's a very nice start, and Slowy, who's had a terrific game, is going to add 1 more to his tally. Jano with the advantage on the retake.
Absolutely, they've got the kit, they've got a smoke, still a flashbang in play as well. Still 3 players to displace here though, and they've got a decent crossfire set up, so the job not completely done. Maka, he's got Julies and he's got armor. We know how devastating this guy can be in pistol rounds. We've seen it before, and they do start to make their way forward. Lucky decides to take initiative. Peakstar gets a kill, knows where Slow is located as well. That's going to be bringing his teammates into the fray. That crossfire takes effect in a massive way. Finally, Ali gets the kill back. He gets the kills, offered up on a silver platter. Eventually, Lucky will take him down, and Heat eventually win the pistol.
I genuinely, for a second, thought Alu would just own that. I was like, Exercise has gone out of position. Heat have overextended on this pistol round, but no, that's exactly what they needed. 7-9, they win it out. This could be the start of another French comeback on Ancient. We've already seen one today on the T side. We might just see a second here, Hayes.
Wow, I mean, the one that we saw from LDLC was remarkable earlier on. They were down 10-15 on the T side. They were able to win 5 rounds in a row, and then eventually they won it out in overtime 19-17. Job not as difficult here for Heat, at least not yet. Certainly not going to be too much of a challenge here in this round, Grimmy. The first map was a domination. I was just keeping track of the HLTV scoreboard.
Yeah, it was fairly dominant. Like it wasn't even close. I think there was like two rounds, 3 rounds at the end they got, but it was literally just like it almost felt like, oh, when are Heat gonna win? Like when are Jano just gonna lose?
I see Hippo goes 23-13 on map 1
Mate,
as well.
he was unreal. Like, genuinely was really crisp. There was one round when it was still maybe, like, quite close towards the beginning on the T side. He opens up the B bomb site, and he gets 2 kills, and it's a 3... It was a 3 versus 5 in favor of Jano. Hippo gets 2 kills towards B, and then it's on, like, 10 HP. On the retake, they molly him on second oranges, and he swings out in the molly and gets a 1-tap literally as he dies.
Damn, okay.
And, like, he got a Zeus kill. Like, he was genuinely nuts.
Popping off in a big way. Struggling here on Ancient. So much utility damage. Alu's got the angle as well. Oh, man, that is not an ideal way at all for Heat to gain the control. Looking to try and maintain their forward positions as well as the smoke starts to fade. All hell will break loose. And Slowy, he wants to force these fights right now as well. He's got a bit of a crossfire here with Alu. So he's being displaced here by the molly. Maka will take him down. He's been super sharp in these past few rounds. Must be said, Alu does have a rebuttal though. And he's not content with just the one, but an overextension means it's a man advantage for the T side.
The man advantage, however, look at the HP. Very low across the majority of these forces. Jano, they still can win this out. This is a great bit of aggression. I love this, but is it enough? Because they're doing it a little bit later on in the round, Heat have already actually chosen a direction to go. And Alex has already been spotted. Alex dancing around the bomb site. Will lose his life. There's 4 players hounding him down. What can you really do? And with Jano actually splitting up with no kit, it's going to be Heat winning out the first gun round. And also, so I actually got baited by chat. Someone told me the name was Exeli or something like that, and I was like, okay, but no, it's Alex. It's like we were right. It's Alexi.
How long did they have you sold for, mate? Did you call him that for a few rounds?
Oh, like 5 rounds, and then literally like I checked chat because I was like casting. I was like, actually, I was like, lads, I was like, am I saying this right? And someone was like, it's this. I was like, oh, okay. Like I trusted chat. I was like, I have no reason not to believe you.
Wow, no reason not to believe chat. That's
and then I kind of look over at I look over at chat a second later, and it's just like half the finished scene, just being like, bruh.
Coming out of nowhere as well. Like they don't like post anything the whole time, but it's
and it just out of nowhere, it's like bam, just like 15,000 messages being like, bruh, caster, bruh.
Well, it wouldn't have been much of a problem here on this map because you haven't needed to say his name very much.
Yeah, no. He actually got a. Yeah, actually, I guess it's not much. The guy actually apologized to me who baited me.
Oh, really? Oh, wow,
yeah,
okay.
Big shout out to Cal Sarina. He actually was like, sorry, man, bad joke by me. It's actually something like Alexi. And I was like, okay.
Well, that
I was like, cheers, bro.
A little bit, actually,
I was like, you know what? I was like, I rate that. He baits me out and then apologizes for it. I respect that. Oh my god, lucky kills.
Why have you gone and done that? That's mutiny. Hippo just gets the opening kill. He's had such a tough time of it here on Ancient already. 7-13. He gets the opening frag, and Lucky says, no more from you. Lucky trying to get out of dodge, but it's not going to happen.
It's a strange one. He almost reacts so slowly to that. It's like the fact that it's the fact that he sees the flashbang and doesn't take that as an opportunity to run out. He waits for the flashbang to pop on the CT side to push him for him to finally evade. And it's a little bit too late. Lucky commits team damage, friendly fire, mutiny at its finest, and then dies to the hands of one of the pistols. However, the round, it all goes back in easy fashion. Something I want to tell you is that it was actually a funny moment. It was Zore gets the opening kill on B, and they aggress into. It was on Inferno, and it was again when it was pretty close. Zori pushes in top banana when he's CT, gets the first kill, and as he's backing away, Smile kills him or Slowy kills him, and then peeks the AWP and dies.
Oh no! So that's just like instant.
Yeah, it was just like it was like proper head in hand, like bruh.
Oh my god, so much utility damage here again. Oh, and it's gonna mark 2 kills or account for 2 kills. Did I say? Phenomenal start to the round here for Jano, who are still looking to get their first point on the board here in the second half. Oh, and Exercise thought he had some space over towards the A side of the map, but Alexi was just holding a very deep angle. And this round has completely fallen apart with no resistance at all out of the French squad. I mean, the previous 2 rounds have actually gotten off to really good starts for Jano, and then just not gone well at all after that, and Heat have been able to claw their way back easily. So, at least this time, Jano are going to be converting that good start to the round into a round win, just about keeping numbers alive at this point.
Ooh. I mean, there's a chance. Especially with how well they're playing, there is a chance. But no, Mac is literally going to have to 1v5, and he almost does get the second, but Alexi will get the third in his round. You were bashing him down, Mr. Hayes. You were saying that I haven't said his name too much so far in this game, but he does get a nice 3k there, and it is Jano to get double digits and even up their score.
Yeah, enough money in the bank here for Heat to reinvest into the next Maka with his AWP, surely, right? He's surely going to pick up the AWP here. I'm almost certain of it, just an AWPer of his nature. Back him on the T side, playmaker, not afraid to get into his opponent's faces, drops an AK, buys an AWP. You know you want to, Maka. You know what? He might just have to drop another AK here. That might be the only reason he doesn't get to actually...
He's turned it up recently. He was like 12 and 10 at the end of the half.
Oh no, he's got an AK as well. Okay, that's fine. He's just a beast with all guns at this point. Yeah, like you say, he's been turning it up here on the T side for sure. A lot of impact in the rounds that they were winning, but the scores are leveled up now.
Yeah, I think it's very reminiscent of Afro, to be honest. I like that they were both in the same position of the scoreboard, as in like bottom left. And it feels like I'm just watching Afro do well and then Maka do well on the same map.
Yeah, that's true. Bit of deja vu.
Yeah, bit of deja vu. I've been here before. And Jano, they're still going to try and make it work, though. Alu's got his primary weapon out. He's been really good with the AWP. He's had his flashy moments, but I think the inconsistency has been his main difficulty. However, this... Ooh. Is this actually... No. I was going to say, that seemed like a really cool booster first, but Alexi is actually just going to, if anything, make noise dropping off, and it gives information to Hippo of what is happening. However, Slowy is going to find the better of him, just about 3 HP. That was a difficult one. Alexi's going to do the same over to Maka, and that's a big, big skull to take. 3 versus 5, but they're still going to try and push their way onto the bomb side. The Molotov forces them out, but Joko with the spray transfer. Now, that is what they need. 3 versus 3, but the smokes are fading towards CT, and the T side have no utility to deny any presence from Jano.
Oh, no. Great kill coming through there from Alu. Joko continues to further his cause, but unfortunately does get cut down. 2 versus 3 situation. At least they've been able to get a bomb on. Exercise in the post plant has work to do. Unfortunately, too much legwork to be done, and they do lose out the round, and with that, Jano regain the lead. I mean, it was always going to be really difficult for Heat in that situation, right? Considering they fell into the 5 versus 3. Great work out of Joko, but Jano still knew exactly what was going on. They still had good positions over towards the A sites. It's not like they'd completely relinquished full control and had to rotate, and it was going to take time to set up the retake. They were in a good position there. Make it work.
That was very good, actually. I thought that was going to be a Heat win, especially after the that spray transfer from Joko. But I guess no, not to be the case. And Heat, though, they still have a buyout because they got the bomb down. Maka, who was one of the first to die last round, I want to see him do more this round, but no, the AWPer gets instantly nailed. He's holding an angle that doesn't really have much purpose, and he gets spammed because of it. The smoke was up, and he's going to lose his life in repercussion. Joko upgrades himself to the AWP, and Smile almost just does the exact same thing again, but this time, Gyoko will count as lucky stars, and Smile's going to fade away with about 60 HP.
Do you think it's maybe Smiley?
Oh yeah, it would be, wouldn't it? Smiley.
I don't know. You just called me out earlier for my graffiti, so... Oh, we've seen the boost again.
Oh,
this time. Why is it the French teams?
It's such a French thing.
On? And look, you can actually spot pretty deep in towards shorts as well.
Can you? Yeah, you can. The problem is no one's peeking out. He actually had okay, so I found this actually wasn't a new boost. It's been used for years, or like since the start of Smiley.
It's not me.
Yeah, I mean, I'll still take the impression farming. But Lucky, is he gonna do his best Afro impression? Yeah, he spots out the player long. Oh, this is so difficult. They're committing so much manpower and so much time to this. They've committed for so long. Are they just gonna hold it? I don't think Jano, if they're gonna give them something, it would already happen. And Zori jiggling out. Oh, Zori. Oh, he's been spotted. Okay, he's been spotted though. Is that enough? 20 seconds left. They committed so much time. I think they might just have to save this now. And as well, Slowy's pushed him. Exercise got spam through the walls of Smiley. What is happening?
Well, it's a series of unfortunate events here, and Heat have no choice but to just pull the plug on the round. Never really even able to gain any traction or try and make something happen. Their plan was thwarted. I was looking at your tweet there as well, and I see you roped me in with B-Stick, who calls you out, saying that one's kind of old. Hayes and I have never seen it before. Just making sure. Just making sure. Yeah. No, it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
As long as it saves face a little bit for you, mate, then that's all good.
Did you know there was a 15-year-old South African player called Hayes?
No. No, I wasn't aware of that.
Oh, you've got a new up-and-coming prodigy with your same name.
Oh.
But right now, Alu getting aggressive. That first pick is great. Yeah, cool, you got the opening kill, but it's all going to come away from you because, wow, in the blink of an eye, Lucky and Maka have silenced 3. Smiley and Zore on the retake. It's going to get attempted, but I don't see this going too well. Lucky just cannot be stopped right now in this round. Oh my goodness, indeed. What has just happened? Jano go for an aggressive play towards Zane. It's going to be their downfall.
Yeah, what's also crazy though, and it's actually not immediately noticeable to the eye, is how much damage Maka does there. He got the 2 assists on the 2 opening kills that come through there, and he finds the 3rd frag to open up the site itself. So he hits 3 shots consecutively there onto 3 different players. That's nuts coming through from Maka.
Did he get a collab?
I don't think so, but maybe.
He did a lot of damage, yeah. Like I'm pretty sure he got it
on the stream in the next.
He got it because what's his name? Alu was on like was on like 12 HP, so he got like leg down basically. But oh my god, what is happening to Heat? Have they just opened up a new level, a new chamber that they can now fight off Jano? He's got Slowy on the bomb site. The Molotovs actually being thrown by Heat are stopping them. A little bit overconfident potentially, a little bit rushing it, and just that's their issue. Alexei fully blind on shelf. Luckily, is going to keep his life. Slowy though, he can't have that same benefit. And Exercise spots out the SMG and deals with him in due course. Alu 1 versus 5. That's 12-12. That's the CT side resets.
Yeah, really big round for Heat to win. As you say, they've just shifted things up a notch up. And they're going to be leveling up the scoreline and playing into an anti-eco going into that next round. So an opportunity for them to actually get themselves ahead. Keep in mind, they're ahead in the series 1-0 at the moment, guys, after a dominant performance on Inferno. So they're in pursuit of that 2-0.
Oh my god, Maki got a collateral.
He did? Was that what it was? Okay.
Yeah, so he jumps. Okay. So he's actually entering on the site. He jumps. Alu misses his shot and kills by accident Hippo. Maka lands and collats them, but like doesn't get the kill on either of them. And then it's just gonna be. It was just like a really easy spray for Lucky. My god, was that a nice shot? That was weird.
I mean, yeah, he's just in great form. You mentioned that this is the best form you've ever seen him in. The only time that I think I would almost, the only time I think I could actually compare to what I've seen out of him lately is his time in, man, I'm trying to think, was it like, might have been Heretics or actually even his first team Limitless, where he was just nuts, man. And 3D Max as well, like, it was at a much lower level, but you could just see what a raw, uncut diamond he was. And now he's at that level, but consistently, which is just crazy to witness. Jocko gonna get 2 effectively 3 kills there. Easy cleanup.
Wait, what's just happened?
The round's over, Grimmy. You blinked. That's what happened.
No, like, I was trying to follow the kill. I was trying to follow the kill feeds. I got really confused why there was only 1 player dead for Heat. Because I saw multiple. Because like there was a team kill in there from Jano.
Yes, there was.
Yeah, that was a confusing one. But Heat take the lead now, right? That's 13-12. Jano have a buy back out. Alu not saving the AWP that last round isn't really going to, like, it doesn't really matter too much. He's still going to have the AWP out this round. I don't think he would have used it that much in round 25 anyway. And this is it. Jano, they have to break through, or this could be them facing it. Like, defeat. This could be them facing the end of Ancient and the end of the series.
And that would see them going into the 0-2 bracket of the Swiss stage as well, which is just
Not
a dangerous
ideal.
place to be. Slowey should be traded, but isn't. He was prepared for the trader to come flying through the smoke there. Great awareness. Maka, the man to look to try and make his mark and get the round back into his team's favor. Zori doesn't expect Jocko to have extended as far as he does. That somewhat opens up the bomb site here for the team side. Slowey's going to be the man to respond, but Jocko cuts him down as well. So much damage with the wallbang. Smiley onto 2 players brings them both down incredibly low. However, it's a 3 versus 3. Make that a 3 versus 2. Maka's on full health. He can't clock out just yet, Grimmy.
That was a fantastic shot. The Molotov, he's like run in front of it, and he hasn't taken any damage. He's got a beautiful kill towards CT. Heat have full information of where both Smiley and Alu are. And with the fact, yeah, there's a lack of kits. There's a big lack of kits. And Smiley doesn't understand the amount of damage he's done.
Exactly.
Smiley isn't aware that he's literally he's put 2 players on 24 HP combined, 22 HP combined rather. Mass was never my strong suit. And Jano are just going to fade back away into the darkness, trying to save these 2 weapons. Heat only keep 1 player alive, but I don't think it matters too much when you've basically got 3 players on 5 digits, and they're looking to close it out on these next 2 rounds. Jano, because of that 2 saved weapons, they might just buy back into this one. I'm just waiting. Yeah, they've dropped an A1S. They've dropped 2 A1Ss. They're putting it all into round number 27 here, Hayes.
What's so rough is the way that they lose that previous round, though, right? Because they've actually got that advantage.
3v5.
Yeah, exactly. And Jocko gets ahead of the smoke. I love that. I love how he takes initiative in that situation to extend into the side. That is so proactive. It takes balls to make those types of plays. And he was the one who essentially recovered the round for his team into a winnable position. Then they do the rest from there in the post plant. Smiley does so much damage. When he watches the demo back, it's going to be a bit frustrated that he doesn't actually get
he's going to be crying.
He deserved it.
Literally 1 bullet on both players would have been like that could have genuinely changed their whole tournament run.
Yeah.
Like, there's 2 bullets.
And you would rather take 1 kill on either of those players instead of unconfirmed damage on both.
Actually, yeah, 1 kill probably equally would have like denied so much, and it might have given them a little bit more of a push, or it might have meant that Maka wouldn't have gone for that aggressive peak. Rather, though, we're back into round number 27. Hippo has died once again early on. He's been the first to fall multiple times, and it is going to be Alu to get back away without dying. Exercise getting cheeky over towards the A bomb site, doing a lot of damage to Alexi with a mixture of a nade and Molotov. Get the kill, and Tote, you do not want to try and challenge Jocko because he's on fire right now. But it will be Jano to potentially come out on top here in this round here, Hayes.
Yeah, there's a number of sporadic gunfights just breaking out across the map right now, and actually all of them being won by Jano. Alu puts a bullet into Exercise. It's just Jocko left, and at this point, he's best staying alive because his team are going to want to buy in the next round. He's down to $100. Jocko, it'd be nice to pad the stats, mate, but I think at this point, keeping yourself alive, that's of utmost importance. Also dump a little bit of utility here to further his cause. Great flashbang, but Smiley trades. And it is going to be 14-13. Jano, oh man, they're making sure that they keep themselves in it, but they're still on the brink here, mate. Still on the brink.
Yeah, they're still got to be very careful. This game could literally go either way. Jano, they have enough money to buy back into this one as they keep 4 players. They're good with money. Even if they lose this next one, I think they still can like scrape together a buy. Heat. They lose this. Oh, actually, they lose this. They're going to be on a pickle. They're going to be in a really tough position. They're going to have to play for overtime. That's Hippo, this time not dying first. He's finally getting the opening pick. That's the first time in a while that we've seen that.
And look at the smoke here. Alexi has to deploy, Grimmy. This is such an awkward smoke because now you've completely cut off your own information. This is not an ideal smoke at all. so much room here for Heet to move with so much time left on the clock as well. And it looks like they're just going to try and execute their way in towards the A bomb side. All 4 of the remaining players make their way through. Donut
How is he alive?
I have no idea right now, and he's driving. Kill comes through. Nice shot there from Alu. Man advantage in play all of a sudden here for the CT side. Won't be able to stop the bomb plant itself, but retake very much alive.
Zori 5 HP though, you gotta take a look at that. He's gonna be in a bit of trouble. 2 kits. Alu's the one with no kit. He's coming from Temple, and he might actually just beat this flashbang. He beats it, but the issue is he misses a shot. Maka's been given a lifeline, and Lucky has been baited in perfectly, but it does not matter. Maka, normally an AWP by nature, but goddamn, you best believe he can do it on the AK. 4 kills to his name. That may as well be a 1 versus 3. Heat are on 15. There was a big misplay from both Hippo and some of the other Heat players coming out on that execute, but they still make it work, and Jano cannot capitalize on the man advantage.
Remarkable round coming out of Maka, mate. That was just so insane. He's so calm and collected, knew exactly what to do in that situation as well. With such a narrow margin as well, because you think about Alu nearly peaks as he has that flash out anyway. 15-13, util damage done.
A lot of util damage done for that matter. Dioko and Exercise, both fragments of what they used to be. Quite a lot, actually, I feel like. Especially towards middle.
Oh man, slowly out in the smoke. Will best Exercise. Desperate trade attempt coming through from Hippo. That's going to bait him into the AWP though. Alu gets the kill. That's exactly what they were planning on happening. And the Hippo has been hunted.
Best in water. Getting a bit troublesome now he's on land. The French are falling 1 by 1. Maka.
You know, Grimmy.
Yeah?
Sorry, I jumped in there. It's 15-14 actually before I make my point, which is actually huge for Jano in pursuit of taking this to overtime. I just wanted to get it out there that I've got some Hippo facts for you. So,
of course
you know what? I know it's right at the end, but you know, coming from South Africa and all, do you know Hippo? Do you know how ridiculously fast hippos are?
Yeah, they're like they can like push down trees and stuff, right?
Well, it's not only so much like their strength. But a hippo can run up to 30 kilometers an hour at full speed.
Jesus, those are big oafs as well.
That's faster than, like, humans, mate.
Ah, that's scary. Hippos are dangerous.
Yeah, that's
hippos
huge
are
thing,
actually
running at you
scary.
faster than you can run. Okay, hold on. Look at this fast run coming through towards the bomb side right now. He's going to be testing the neutral raining in. Zori only for a single kill at Alu. At least able to get a kill. Black misses the follow-up shot. Smiley stands in the molly. He'll burn out. Alu misses another shot. Might be unforgivable. Might cost his team the round. Alexi responds though, and it's Lucky left alone 1v2.
He hasn't got the bomb. The bomb is in no man's land, and he will get the kill, but Slowy is there in quick transition, and Jano will push us to overtime. Ladies and gentlemen, this series is not done just yet, and come back after the break to see who will be victorious.
Did you know that hippos are responsible for the highest number of kills or human deaths outside of out of all land animals in Africa, or South Africa at least?
Very interesting, because they're also herbivores. They consume 80 pounds of grass each day or each night because they can't be out in the sunlight. Actually, they've got like really thin skin, so they get like skin cancer and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. They can't move around during the day. And in fact, water acts as a sunscreen for them.
Yeah.
Really. It secretes a natural sunscreen. That's why it's really important that they are in water for long periods of time, and they can't spend a long period of time out of a source of water. Zori, well, he is going to hydrate Maka with a couple of bullets. Don't want to let in my water. Zori, he has no health. This is such a big gamble. Slowy's getting aggressive as well. Heat are just not getting given any space here to maneuver. So much damage done, but it's 4 versus 2.
I think this is going against the Hayes theory, isn't it? Right? You said that the team that lost the, or that like pushed it into overtime doesn't win the first round of overtime. Right now, Heet, it's going to be a tall order if they are going to enact your thesis, and leaving Lucky in a 1 versus 3 when he's only got 9 HP is potentially the worst place to be. Slowly backstabs him, and Hayes out of the 3 overtimes to date.
You're the problem for sure. It's never failed before until you got into the mix.
Well,
so
see, classic Hayes putting all his issues into me.
I mean, listen, what else do you think I keep you around for, Grimmy? Just my meat shield.
Pure sex appeal?
I mean, you're not entirely wrong, but there's more to it.
You raise a good point.
Jano, well, they raise themselves up a point here as they go 16-15. They're in pursuit of a decider. I can't even remember what the decider would be here. Is it like Nuke or something? Anubis?
Maybe.
Okay, wow.
Anubis? Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, Smiley. He has got a number of kills this way throughout regulation. And actually, he'd give him a taste of his own medicine.
Pretty bare bones default from Heet. I've just got Exercise scouting towards the A bomb site, potentially a late mid take coming in. And Jano going to be contact in cave. 2 players in Jaguar, 2 players boosted up for Jano. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of this boost. Like sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's just so 50-50.
I like it. The problem is that they don't have anybody watching B ramp right now. That's exactly why Zori kind of feels inclined to just have a look in that direction every now and again, because there's a chance somebody could just lurk their way up ramp. The bomb is going to be making its way back in that direction. One flash is also really good to force that boost off the angle as well, but not going to happen as time ticks on. Jano will take even more passive positions here on the bomb site.
Ooh, Smiley spotted out Hippo. Endangered animal is going to be hunted, but maybe he's going to be the hunter. Lucky spam through the wall, gets the first. Heet looking to fire in 16. They just get the bomb down. 10 seconds left. Like they have the bomb site. They need to stop. They need to stop dancing around. Maka is going to potentially be the hero of this one alongside Hippo. Alu all by himself now in a 1 versus 4. Coming from long. There's no way he can win that one out. That's another great round from the French Open. Another great round from the French team. 16-16. Jano, very lackluster CT, everything there. They had no control towards middle, and the extremities just weren't anchored down good enough.
I mean,
a really rookie mistake, no?
Just in terms of the way that they were set up with that boost as time started to tick on, they didn't really know how they were going to set themselves up. So they were just caught in a very awkward position in terms of how they were posting themselves on the defense. Heat were able to close the gap. They were able to get some great opening frags, and then Jano were never really able to get themselves back in it. Impressive gunfights won by Lucky in particular, I will say. Big multi-kill out of him in that round. HE grenade does a big chunk of damage. I wish we could see the util damage, because Jano have done a lot of it throughout the half here. Oh, Market even takes his time on that shot. Double scope in, Slowy will fall.
That's a really nice shot. He just seems to continuously be finding answers. And Heat, damn it, they're definitely relying on him right now. They're going to be very happy they picked him up for his recent purchase coming from Falcons. He really seems to have been elevated himself in this team. The advantage still favor on the French. And it's literally identical default than the last. They're playing the exact same positions, and they're just going to group up towards a bomb site, execute, and we might just see the same outcome.
No, Smile's been spotted. That's so unfortunate. Now he has to take a pretty difficult gunfight. Yeah, AK going to trump the M4. Lucky does take some damage in the process, but surely that draws rotations over towards B, right? Good shot there from Alu. He's the only player who's sort of stopping the T's from getting onto the site, although, as I said, Zori has also rotated across, and it's going to be the A-bomb site. They contested. Lexi, though, has the angle. Steps out, so much damage done on the spray down. They're just desperately trying to displace him. Nades coming through will chip him down. Molly to try and force him out as well, and he's actually successfully made his way back into the temple. No need to offer yourself up now, man. 17 seconds left in the round here. How did he find a bomb plant?
I mean, they're just going to have to go for the kills, right? You've got 2 players, one on site, one on Donut, being your biggest problems. And that's going to be the outcome. If they were just able to deal with Alexi, if they were just able to stop him, we could have potentially seen a different outcome of the round. But no, Jano, 17. They'll take the lead going on to the second half, and Anubis might just be around the corner.
Well, Jano did start the second half in regulation with a decent lead going onto the CT side of their map pick. Heat were able to fight back on their T side. Now Heat have to fight back on their CT side. 17-16 down. It's a tall order for them to win the map from here. 2 rounds will secure them another set of OT, but they need a flawless set of 3 to make it 2-0. As for Jano, 2 rounds will do the job. And then we do go to Anubis.
This round is going to dictate quite a bit. They were very good at taking mid control over on their CT side, and they're going to continue doing it in the very straightforward manner. Jano, it seems like they've got a fake being produced right now, because it's got the bomb on Smiley over towards B ramp, and the majority of the team are over towards A. Aka, that missed shot, it's a rarity, but it is going to be the downfall potentially for Heat on Ancient. Alu claims his. This round is looking so good, but the fake, it has been identified. It does not matter. Joko falls. And it's all down to Hippo in middle. Jano might just be forcing us onto Anubis.
Heat are only now starting to realize what's going on here, man. They've just been moving all over the map. They've just been trying to rotate. They've been chasing. They've been following the ball, as your under-9 football coach would say. Don't follow the ball. That's what they did. They were drawn into the action. And you can't blame them. I mean, it was a wonderful fake coming out of Jano. Great util usage. They get themselves the kill on the A bomb sites as well. That really sells the fake. Then you have Alu, who's prepared for the flank to come through. Felt like the round was won at that point. 18-16. Heat now need to win 2 more to take this to another set of overtime. Otherwise, one of the next 2 go the way of the T side. It's map 3, baby. Not like we have anywhere to be, though, Grimmy. So we're here all day, baby.
Ah, man, we're here all day. I want to see all the rounds, all the maps. What I live for. Jano forcing us most indefinitely, it feels like, into that map. Zore with a good first opening pick onto Hippo. He's really fallen from grace. He was having such a dangerous first map. That statistic about the majority of human deaths coming from hippos on land, well, it can make sense on Inferno. Now going over to Ancient, the sun has risen, and he is being burnt to a crisp. Unless Heat can salvage his 4 versus 5, and then subsequently win a second round that pushes into a second overtime, Jano will be forcing us to Anubis.
Yeah, it seems like this one should be tickets. Maka with the AWP lands
That's
a really
big
important
kill.
shot there. Steps into Alu's scope. Comes out on top of the gunfight. Lucky, what's the timing going to be like here for him on the jiggle? Does see the players progressing through in towards Cave. Oh, it makes it a bit awkward for him. Alexi phases through the smoke. Lucky ready for a great position. Taking up Joko will be good for 1 as well. So it actually looks like Heat have recovered the situation, at least from in terms of what was a 4v5. They now lead 3v2, but Zori catches Lucky completely off guard, and Exercise has been smoked out of position as well.
It's going to come down to Maka. Maka walking through Cave. He got the first kill for his team on Alu, but he has been smoked off. He makes noise. No kit either. Exercise had the money, but he hasn't got the kit to work with. Flashbang coming through. Zore hiding around the corner, lands the headshot, and no way is this round gone against them. It seemed like Heat had what it took to salvage this one, but it's not the case. Maka does get the first, but again, no kit. Slowy spotted him out. Slowy lands the headshot. Jano 19, Heat 16. We're going to map number 3. We're going to Anubis.
Yeah, we're going to Anubis indeed, Grimmy. It took overtime to figure out who was going to get across the line there on Ancient. There was an opportunity for Heat to win, but they weren't able to get the job done in regulation. They dropped the ball in overtime as well, so we're going to need a third map to decide the series. But before that, we're going to have a 10-minute break.
very complicated job, but I love simple things so much. One move. One push. One touch. One love. One click. One XBet.
Tired of boring case openings? Do you always get only cheap skins? The Hellcase website has tons of options to upgrade your inventory. It's up to you to participate in giveaways, events, or compete with other players in opening cases. Hellcase, your world of expensive skins.
The hunger for glory feeds the desire, the courage to look for a challenge, to feed your ambitions. To reach for greatness. To become the champion of champions.
Welcome back, everyone, to this really awesome game. We have Heet versus Jano. It's gone to a third map. Anubis is on the cards. Honestly, I did not think this was going to go this way. I thought Heet were going to come out the gate swinging on map 2, but I couldn't have been any more wrong. Jano, they took the first half 9-6, but they did drop the ball a little bit. Heet almost were the second French team today to produce quite a nice comeback, but now we are going on to our third map. We are going on to Anubis, which has already seen an overtime today. Will we see another one, Hayes, or are we going to see a trample from either side?
Well, it's a good question. We're going to find out soon enough. I'm looking forward to it. Anubis is one of my favorite maps in the pool at the moment. So I'm, really looking forward to that third and final map. I do want to say Heat had their chances to win 2-0. They had 2 chances in regulation, right? They were up 15-13 on the T side, weren't able to make either of those rounds work. And so went into overtime, and from there, they lost it out. And so Anubis, I mean, we kind of spoke about at the start of the series that if we did go to Anubis, it would probably be... on paper, the most middle of the road between all the maps. Here, I think, Jano, they played against EC Bruges, Ecstatic, who they lost to. They beat FTW as well. Narrowly lost to Ingentium. They beat Anonymo. As for Heat on the map, the same map, Anubis, obviously, they lost to Godsend 16-13, but they beat Ago, Fours. They beat Monty as well 16-13. So those are really impressive wins coming out of Heat.
Yeah, I think the theme we were talking about at the start of the game, if I'm not mistaken, is that you have Inferno, which is quite one-sided towards Heat. You had Ancient, that was a little bit less one-sided, but still one-sided towards Jano. And then we kind of go on to Anubis, which is a proper third map. It's a proper even Stevens. Both teams have neither been madly successful or madly unsuccessful on it. So I'm really excited to see what we will be seeing in front of us today. And I do think it will be Heat that come through with this. I think we're going to see more consistency from them. And a player I do want to see more from is Hippo, because he had a great first map. He was unreal on Inferno and then drastically dropped off and was the player being killed first quite a lot of times by Alu, especially on the second half. So if he can change up that, I think we could be seeing a successful run for Heat.
Okay, well, I'm going to be looking forward to that as well. He did have a great performance on the first map, but like you said, dropped off a lot on Ancient. Was difficult though, running into the AWP. Alu had a good performance on
Alu
Ancient
did,
as well.
yeah.
Looking at the numbers, Slowy was 26 and 24, and you know what? We're not going to have to waste any more time to find out what does happen here on the third and final map because, well, it's the knife round, and I wouldn't mind watching the knife round. Are we allowed
Let's
to?
go.
Are we able
Should we
to?
do a? Do we? Yeah.
I think the knife round's quite important, actually.
The knife round
is,
is, yeah, especially for
because
this.
it's not obvious who's chosen the side.
Yeah, it's definitely not one of those maps where you're like, oh, you know, normally you just pick CT side, for instance. This one, do you pick the T side or do you want to end on the T side? Was it who is it that was who used to do the speed run comp, like the rap god knife? Sadakist, yeah, he used to do the speed run cast for knife rounds. Do you wanna give it a go, Hayes? If we do get it, no, okay, no.
You're welcome to though.
I'm inherently bad at, like, you know, spitting out bars.
I just don't want to end up on Reddit for the wrong reasons. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, you'll never end up on Reddit for the wrong reasons. You're always going to be there for the best reasons. But score prediction. Let me hit you with it. Come on, score prediction. What are we thinking?
Well, I definitely expect Heat to win the map here.
Heat to win the map. Okay.
And I don't think it should be particularly close either. I'll say like 16-10 Heat.
16-10? Okay, I was gonna say like 16-8, but I think the knife round does actually change quite a bit. I'm interested to see who wins the knife round. I think that's gonna maybe, I think if Jano win it and start T side, I feel like they're gonna get, I don't think they're gonna win the half, but I think they're gonna at least get 6 or 7. So it means that I think the 10's gonna be on the board. So I think whoever starts, I think it depends who wins the knife round. I think it'll be either 16-10 or 16-8. Agreed for the Heat boys.
Yeah, Jano have got a 47% win rate on their T side actually, which is pretty below average.
Yeah, pretty below average.
A 64% win rate on their T side, and then a 43% win rate on their CT side. So it's actually, yeah, kind of what you would expect out of a team on Anubis. Hopefully not going to be much longer before we get into the final game here. What about you, Grimmy? You didn't give me
I just said 16-8. 16-8.
Stick on 16-8?
I'm sticking with 16-8. Yeah, I'm sticking with 16-8. I think there's a chance that it might be 16-10, but I think it's going to be a Heat win, and I think we should be getting into it now. Knife round has gone and has concluded. I think. Look, can I see on HLTV? Game is live. Yeah, I'm trying to see. Oh, I can actually see the knife round unfold on HLTV. Cars to start the game. Okay, so I'm looking at who won the knife round. It was Heat on HLTV. I'm giving it to you early. Heat won. Yeah, Slowy almost 1v3'd though.
And they've chosen to start on the CT side, Grimmy. What do you make of that?
I think that's interesting. Yeah, I think that's very interesting actually, because it's already off to a very negative start. Alu was just banged lucky out of the server with the P250. Smiley's on the same case. This is really not looking great for Heat.
Oh, well, and Jano haven't had to do anything. They've just stood posted up on angles. Kills have been offered up to them, and they've happily obliged. 2 versus 5, Exercise with his duties has no health. Good for a decent kill, but immediately gets overwhelmed. And it's going to be Jano who are able to open up their account first here on Anubis. Great patience, good awareness. You love that when the kills get offered up to you and players walk into your crosshair.
Pretty much the best case scenario, isn't it? And right now, Dioko, he's just getting consolidation frags, you know. There's nothing really... There is no chance of him winning this. He does have a kit, he does have a flashbang, but no one's giving him anything up. And then you see Ori there comes in on the back line, stabs him in the back with the dual Berettas. And Jano Esports, the Finns, they take the first round here on Anubis.
I mean, they're the team who've got the momentum behind them right now. They were absolutely devastated on Inferno, but throughout Ancient, they've actually got themselves into the conversation. Yeah, they'll have belief that they can make this work. And they're going to want to continue to ride that wave of momentum here into the T side of Anubis as well, the favorable half. As I've already mentioned, Heat have a bit of a questionable CT side, 43% win rate. So they're exploitable here by Jano, or for Jano. Or Slowy heading in the direction of the cheerleader stack right now. 5 players on the opposite side of the double doors there. He's got the Mac 10 as well. No support anywhere near. Comes around the corner, and that is a rude awakening. He gets a kill. Oh my god, that HE grenade is pretty much just enough to end the round off the bat.
Yeah, good first 2 rounds on the board for the Finns. Mac 10 is going to try farm out some cash.
Feels like the Finnish scene is in a bit of a transitionary stage at the moment. I mean, this Jano roster
definitely.
somewhat settled right now, but Havu obviously going through a lot of changes. Looks like they're playing without Banjo at the moment as well. He was in the team for a bit. I see they've got Airax, who was a part of Kova before. Zen is a free agent who's, in my opinion, probably the best Finnish rifler right now.
Yeah, Zen
Maybe
or
X7 as well.
Yo, Yimfat. I wouldn't.
I'd go Zen ahead of X7 for sure.
I wouldn't put Yimfat just in it just yet. Cause he's a 16-year-old, right?
Yeah, he is the 1 miles and
yeah, he's still got time. Yeah, he's still got time though. I think he will be, but not yet. I don't know. Yeah, the Finnish team's definitely in a transitional period. I know they had a look. They seem to implode a little bit in some guys' opinion at the end of last year. But I think if Jano and Havu are able to maintain and solidify these 2 rosters, especially with like Yimfat doing it internationally, I think we could see a lot of success. But right now, getting back into this game, Heet, they've got the Yorp out, they've got the rifles out, not much utility left, and Jano have already taken early mid control.
Edging the way in towards the A-bomb site as well. We're going to see a split into that site. 2 players there for Heet right now. Exercise and Hippo. Exercise completely blinded up out in the open. Information gets relayed through to Zori. Coming through from A main. Going to be able to get a kill. Hippo finds a frag of his own, but gets traded out immediately afterwards. Even though damage has been done. Alu lurking in middle. No. Had the jump on Jocko, but wasn't able to complete the kill. I don't even know if Heet want to go for this in the 3v3. Jocko incredibly low. They don't have a kit. Such a tough ask in the retake. I think they could
fairly
pull the plug and call it a day,
yeah.
Man.
I think Heet already losing the first gun round. Not a great start. They've gambled to start on the CT side, and they might come back to bite them in the behind.
Well, we do know, yeah, that the CT side is the weaker of the 2, so they're going to be looking to try post up 6 rounds or something like that here at the bare minimum. Committing to the save here with 3 players, they get, what, $2,900 when they lose this round? So they could drop some guns. I'm sure we'll see a full force coming through. Although if they do save here, they'll be able to afford a full investment in the next round as well. So could certainly make a case for both sides. And they use a timeout here to discuss the situation.
A good time, yeah. Just like discuss what you guys want to do. There's no clear direction and clear plan. I think, yeah, you can buy both rounds. It just depends how, because I think saving 3 means you should be buying into it. I think, but the utility's not going to be great. You know what? Maybe just because it's so early on, that's when you'd call the not say and not buy and just buy deagles. Drop a deagle over and then drop a deagle over, have armor, easy.
And then you have a really good, set of weaponry to work with in this round here, and you guarantee yourselves a buy in the next. But if Hamas has been dropped by Lucky. Okay, so they actually are going to just spend all the money that they can afford to here in the round. Bar Maka, who, also will dip his toes into some extra utility as well. So there we go. Heet putting all their stock in this round here. Just want to point out before we continue to make our way through the map here is that Heet are the 4th highest rated team here in the group stage, behind Spirit Academy, Eyeballers, and Into the Breach at 55th on HLTV. So if they drop into the 0-2 bracket of the Swiss stage, that would certainly go against what everybody would have expected.
Yeah, you've already found every other team who's above them find success already. Eyeballers being one of them, Into the Breach, Ents Academy, who are just cracked apparently, who are just unreal, who literally won this last tournament and then started off in the closed qualifier again. Which I found quite fun.
Academy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they just kind of killed everyone.
And they beat insane opposition in their pursuits as well, right?
Yeah, they're looking really good.
They beat Falcons, they beat Gamer Legion.
Yeah, they're looking like unreal, to be honest.
One of my favorite teams at the moment.
Yeah, Donk is just too good for his own for his own good, and Jano right now, they do have the man disadvantage. That's quickly going to be changed by Slowy.
Yeah, important kill coming through there, back from the finished rifle. It gives him some options. A lot of pressure going to start to mount over towards the B bomb site. Jocko spots out Smiley, but will get bested, and that's the B bomb site completely open. Enough time for the bomb to pivot through. Lucky not going to be able to do anything about it immediately, and just because of the numerical deficiency, Heat might actually be compelled to save here, and I think that they are. Oh man, I'm getting Inferno flashbacks here from what we've seen on Anubis so far today. Lots of saves. Obviously down by a man, they do have a kit, they've got a flash, they weren't really in any position to commit to the retake, so you can understand why they've gone for the save. But it's Jano who go clear 4-0, despite the fact they lost the opening pick in the round.
No way to Jano reverse sweep after having such a testy time, a tested time on Inferno, and a struggle, and like they struggled on Ancient. That was not a clean win. No way are they going to just completely decimate here on Ancient, on Nubis rather.
I mean, it would certainly be an impressive result, right? As the underdog as well, to get destroyed 16-6. They will know that Inferno is just a map that they've struggled on so much. So maybe they don't put a huge amount of stock in their Inferno.
Yeah, that's actually, it could be a good point, but they play it a lot. Because I assume everyone picks it against them.
Yeah, that's true, but that doesn't mean that you're going to be good at the map. Just
but like, it's literally one of the most it's one of the most played maps. So I feel like it comes to a stage where like you got to really just look at yourself in the mirror after a while. Now they've played it 13 times, and the last time they won it was last year against Conquer.
Yeah, well, you look at Tricked, for example, with Mirage, right? They had a permaban. I can't remember exactly what it was. I think it was Dust 2 at one point, and they just kept getting Mirage picked into them every single time, and they really struggled on the map. Everybody beat them, but they had another permaban, so it was played like 25 times in 3 months, and they'd won it like 3 times or something like that. Either way, yeah. Smiley going to be the man on point here. Actually, somehow going to lose out that important gunfight.
It's a that's a big pick for Smiley to lose. He was really good on Ancient at the beginning. One of the main reasons why Jano got some of the early rounds. Alu isn't going to spot exercise past the smoke. That's a bit of information to Heat. There's 2 players still towards middle. Flashbang, though, isn't going to stop them too much. This is very similar to what we saw this morning with Afro, and how LDLC were playing their CT side, or their T side, setting the AWP in to like hold an angle and then a rifle in behind. Right now, it's not given the most success as... Never mind. You know what, Slowy? I was going to say like they'd lost Alu, but Slowy just kills both of them. That's magnificent, and that has just turned the round on itself.
Yo, Mucker going to get a couple players heading in this direction right now. Does snap up the kill in the first. Walls were closing in on them. He had no room to move. Had to hit every single shot as soon as the opportunity was presented to him. Misses the second. That means he goes down. At least leaves his team in a duel 2 versus 2. Jocko catches Alexi completely off guard, but Slowy will trade. That's certainly been the name of the game here so far in this round. Lucky yet to frag on the map. Needs to come up good with 1 kill, 1 versus 1. No kits in play. Slowy using the sight as his cover right now. They both have identified each other's position. Lucky's recovered kits. He's got a bit of extra time to work with right now. Gunfight comes through, and he will emerge victorious.
Tight, but it's still a win nonetheless. Jano unable to keep their unbeaten streak alive. Heat, they do take their first in this map by the skin of his teeth. Lucky will find 19. That was not close. That was very close, rather. And I was not favoring Lucky in that situation. Lucky he picked up a kit there, though, because maybe if the time had stretched out a little bit more, he would have run out of time. But no, Heat, they do find their first. And a round where they did get the opening pick shouldn't have got that close.
Yeah, that's true. Absolutely comes down to the wire at the end of the day, and it's going to be Heat who find their first round double AWP setup as soon as they're able to bring it into effect. 1 save from the previous, the second invested into the round. Seems like it's a very popular option on Anubis, by the way, the double AWP setup on the CT side, and I'm all for it. There's just a number of options where you can just post yourself up with the AWP and hold the angle and wait. And sometimes it's actually the best option and the safest way to defend that part of the map. No money in the bank here for the CT side if they lose this round, so can't afford for their win in the previous round to be a flash in the pan. Oh, great shot there from Alexi. Hippo is in position though, but he suffers the same fate.
2 rounds in a row now. We've seen Slowy just meander his way out of middle and has pranced into an advantage. Maka, though, he had a great Ancient. Lost it a little bit towards the end, but he definitely will be looking to pick it up right now. He could just be the savior of the double AWPs. Trying to do it all. But Maka is the only one that can find any sort of success. Zore snapped his head off. And Jano, 5-1. They've reset the economy of Heet, and that's not too shabby.
Lucky needed that kill there with the AWP once he clears the player on his right-hand side. If he gets that frag 2 versus 2, round is absolutely alive. But no, Jano clap back immediately after they lose a round. They win the one straight afterwards. That's reset that CT side economy. As I suggested, that would be the case if they lost the round. Going to see a few upgraded pistols, maybe a scout in the mix or something of the sorts. But Heat start to fall behind the game here. And it's actually very sustainable the way that Jano are winning these rounds as well, right? It's not like they're just rushing into bomb sites or playing super gimmicky style of Counter-Strike. They're taking their time, working themselves into middle, good setups. They're not getting caught off guard by crossfires. And then they're just working into an execute. So it's been really impressive from them so far, the way they've gotten to this point.
Yeah, I agree, actually. They have been playing good CS. This T side is looked very refreshing from what we've seen before from Jano. Mac is still on that AWP. He has brought back into a bit of hero AWP action here. Gonna be a 4-man stack towards the B bomb site. Jano, this could be a very quick game if they continue like this.
Yeah, true. Almost give Heat a bit of a taste of their own medicine from what happened on Inferno. That just surely shouldn't happen, right?
Wouldn't anticipate after watching map 1 that we'd be here right now, to be honest. It seems like the roles have been reversed.
Yeah, exactly that. Easy cleanup coming through here in the round as well as they're able to deal with the CT players in some forward positions. Still though, 3 of the French players do find themselves over on that B-bomb side of the map, which is looking like where Jano want to finish off. But still, this has been the name of the game. Look how patient they've been, just posting up on angles, right? It's been how they've gotten to this point so far. And it's going to continue to reward them here. Smiley, been spotted out, steps out. Not the cleanest with the AK. Actually will cost him his life.
Don't think it's going to really matter too much. Bomb's still going to go over to an empty A bomb site. Very easy indeed for the Finns. And yeah, they're just going to save the AK and AWP. Hippo is going to try his best to find something as well. I don't think there's too much to salvage. He's going to have to, maybe if Zori overextends here, Hippo can come get that AK. He is still going to have a buy regardless. So these saved AKs are only really that good for someone like Exercise, who's not going to have a buy next round. So having him on this AK, I think matters quite a bit. And you know what? They'll take it. You're never going to shy away from extra econ and AKs.
AK on the CT side? That is based, mate.
Based. You're based.
Love me an AK on the CT side. See, that's the advantage having the AK going against the M4 is you get to swing into the angle, and if you are either faster or equally as quick as your opponent, you just trade dinks, and the AK trumps the M4. But when the CTs actually have the AK on the angle, then it's a completely different situation, right? So much more difficult to peek into those angles. That's where the wide swing comes into play, baby. Or, as I like to call it, the crouch prawn peek. Which is the crouch peek into the angle. We call that the crouch prawn peek.
Crouch prawn peek?
Yeah.
You really have just transcended everything, haven't you?
Don't tell me you haven't been crouch prawn peek before, where you're holding an angle and a guy just like crouches under your crosshair and he headshots you.
Crouch prawn? Yeah, I mean I have, but it's like the crouch prawn. I just call it the desk broke GG moment.
Oh man, come on. Just like weigh up those 2 options and come back and tell me which one's better.
I think the funniest thing is whenever your teammate dies stand, you just see in chat, desk broke GG.
Or you just hear like the desk smash.
The slam, and you're just like glad that wasn't me. However, what I am glad is that I'm not on the end of these AWPs, because these AWPs are doing a lot of damage right now on the B side of the map. Kills going back and forth. Joko, who was really prolific on Ancient, I haven't seen him be as active on that rifle so far in Anubis. A big part of it is that no one has. But it's a big kill for both Maka and Alu to get 4 versus 4. And look at Maka, he's still holding so much space, and Slowly might just walk into his crosshair.
Oh, okay. Options available here for Jano, as has been the case throughout the half so far, not making any early decisions or commitments. Still just posting up across the map, waiting. And it looks like they're just trying to fake themselves out over on that A-bomb site there to draw rotations. There's 3 players here right now for Heet. They're licking their lips, Grimmy. They think they've set themselves up perfectly. If Exercise goes down, that would be monumental. He does. Now both of the remaining players are going to be hard fixated on this A-bomb site.
They've actually got the
kill as well. And that's going to be drawing Maka out. Now he doesn't have an option because his teammates have fallen. That's the best possible fake you could possibly ask for.
It's coming back to that point we made, Hayes, about like this is actually a really sustainable T side. Like they're playing really good CS, slow, methodical. They're baiting Heat out. They're winning it all out. They're playing very nice indeed. You can't really bash them right now. I'm actually fairly impressed with what I'm watching.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more, mate. That's what I was saying. It's really a sustainable style of Counter-Strike that's winning them their rounds right now as they go up 7-1 on their T side. Your predictions looking grim. Me, Rana?
Yeah, I mean, I'll accept the fact that I'm wrong because of how impressed I am by Jano.
Okay.
Like, they are playing serious good CS, and it's not like they're playing badly. They just don't have the ability to stop what's happening right now.
We're still not seeing them play the same sort of Counter-Strike we saw out of them on Inferno and at times on Ancient as well. I mean, just look at the numbers. 3 kills on Joko, 1 on Hippo. 1 frag on Hippo, the man who did all of that damage on Inferno. I mean, he's just dropped off of a cliff since then, right? Had little to no impact on Ancient. Hasn't pitched up yet here on Anubis. You got 2 kills on Lucky, 5 on Exercise. Really, it's only Mako who's been able to keep up in the fragging department so far.
Yeah, Maki got the opening frag kind of, well, not necessarily the opening frag, but he kind of got the, like, back and forth frag there between Alu, and it kept Heat in it, but it's just Jano overwhelmed so amazingly. And now, the CTs, they still have a buy-in, they're still really forcing the issue. They are taking some mid-control to be fair to them. Slowly might get caught off guard here, but no, he has Hippo's number. And he just needs to make sure he doesn't push into Maka. They seem to very much understand what's happening. Maka's been spotted out. Slowly, baits out the shot, goes for a second peek, but this time the Frenchman will not miss his mark.
Needs to be more where that comes from. I think the one important thing here for Heat is that what they need to realize is that Jano aren't making any commitments. So you can't really afford to rotate based off of early information. And that's why they're reluctant to rotate right now. Joko's been left by himself over on that B bomb. So like good for the first kill. Takes a decent chunk of damage in the process though. Maka going to drop down from the bridge. That's a huge kill coming out of him. Drops the C4 in the process. Smoke gets deployed, but it's not deep enough to actually recover the bomb. Maka avoids the flash. Alu, that is a very aggressive way to try and recover the bomb. But I guess there wasn't much time left on the clock. And you know what? Maka's pretty much single-handedly rescued this round for his team.
Nice. We love to see that. Maka keeping some sort of salvation right now for Heat. 10 seconds, Zori. Oh my god, these are nice shots. He might even get the AWP out of the server as well. Nade does a lot of damage to Maka, and he is going to get a lot of kills, but he won't even survive because Lucky's on the other end, and Lucky will eliminate the Finn.
All right, Heat, they find their second round. As I said, almost entirely thanks to Maka. And that's what you get out of him, right? As an AWPer, not afraid to make those types of plays, to take the round by the scruff of the neck, to be the one to try and get it back into his team's favor. And they actually have forced Jano to expend all of their remaining resources and cash coming into the round here. So there's no money left here in the bank for the T side. If they lose this round, they're going to have to eco, and then we could start to see Heat clawing their way back.
It's weird to think that after such a successful first few rounds, we could actually just see it all turn on a sixpence, basically down to Maka. These last 2 rounds have all been the Yorper. He's got 2 kills already, and round number 10 might already be as done as it's already started.
Yeah, it actually is looking like there's going to be quite a bite coming through in this round here for Heet. Already able to snap up these 2 frags. No response for Jano either. Zori resides in the smoke, waits for it to fade. Muck on the opposite side, though. Rare miss coming through from him. Hippo not going to get a chance to trade. Oh, wait, never mind. Hippo does trade. He's just quicker than me. I was wondering where Zori went, but he's off the server. Great kill coming through from him as well, just to make sure that he maintained control of the round. And the way that Jano are playing this T side right now here, Grimmy, is sort of the way that, you know, this is the way that it's been figured out.
Yeah.
It's not like they're going against the grain. They're not doing anything particularly special or crazy. They're just playing the early default style, working into an exec type of thing. And it's worked wonderfully for them so far.
I mean, yeah, so far. I think we've been praising them, and there's still a chance this might go wrong, because, like, you know, great nade there, Slowy's down. Smiley's down. Slowy's come through from the shadows, and okay, Slowy, this is looking very good. He's gonna have full information of what's happening. Bomb gets tapped. Hippo running away. Slowy's going for the kill. Slowy just might have this. Oh my god!
Oh my god!
That was almost it. Hippo reveals his position, and it almost forces Slowy for victory. The Finn actually had time to plant the bomb, but he goes for the kill. And in the nick of time, Hippo saves his team. Heet just about salvage a third. Jano, their money's looking rough.
I was going to say they might be compelled to go for the force here just because of how much economic damage they've inflicted onto Heet, and it does look like that's what they're going to opt for. Yep, there we go. They've spent all their money. But if you know what, if you're Heet, you actually shouldn't mind this all that much, right? Because now you get to play against a force buy, right? You win this 7-4, then it's an anti-eco 7-5. You should back yourself to win against the force buy. So even though they're on the brink of being reset economically, this is a sort of a shortcut to get back into the game by winning this round.
This is a very dangerous scoreline. We were 7-1 a second ago, and I'm honestly not even convinced that we're going to keep it at this distance. Heet, they've still got something to say about this game. This round could change it all. Jano win this. Oof, they are on a rampage. Galil, 3 Tech 9s, a Deagle. I've seen worse make it work, especially with the amount of utility. A good flashbang. Lucky's going to take a lot of fight towards A. They've put a lot of nice smokes down to try force out, for instance, Alexi away. But the counter flashbang is even better from Jano.
Yeah, just stem any early aggression, make sure that they're able to gain their early control, as has been the case. It's going to be Smiley looks to take the initiative. So much util damage coming through. Jocko trades himself out. What a Giga Chad. Actually trading himself out. Doesn't need teammates. Net
what a
neutral
phrase.
Impact.
What a phrase. Trades himself out. And I guess that favors him, to be honest. I think Heet can go for these 1-for-1 trades, especially with the upgraded rifles.
I don't know. I don't think you want to trade 1-for-1 in this type of a round, to be honest with you. That's what the pistols want. That's what the T side wants with this type of an investment. Maka, oh man, flirting with death. Zori wants to come flying around the corner. Yeah, Maki even just preemptively rattles off a couple of shots there to keep his opponent at bay. But it's still a very sticky situation.
Yeah, they genuinely need to be careful. These Tech 9s can close on the gap very quickly. And no, it doesn't matter. Exercise seems to be doing well. A clean round all in all for Jano. Alu's going to take space towards the A bomb site. He's on 100 HP. He pretty much has to 1v4 to make this one work. It's looking largely unwinnable. And he is going to be making space out of the A bomb site. He has done well, to be fair to him. He's really got very far. And he does get the first, but he cannot do the same for the second. 11 seconds. Slowly on minimal HP. Will be brought down to his knees momentarily.
There we go.
And that's a guaranteed 5th for Heet as well right there. That's 7-5 in the blink of an eye when we were so when Jano seemed so dominant.
That's exactly what I was talking about. Remember when you used to play those racing games as a kid and there was always that like shortcut where you would just like jot off the side there, you know, through the alley type of thing.
Yeah.
It was always a little bit more difficult. Like there was like a few like obstructions and things that you had to try and get through.
Like Mario Kart, proper Mario Kart days.
Yeah, Heat have done it. They made it through the shortcut successfully, which was beating the Force Spy. Now they're ahead of the position they would have been. Now they have to deal with the full eco coming through, and it's going to be a fast flying round in towards that H bomb site. Oh my god! I've never seen that HE grenade damage do so much damage before. I've never seen that HE grenade do so much damage before.
Nice, you got there eventually, and yeah, it's going to be a pretty good cleanup. Heat going to find 5. It's a pretty easy round all in all. Yeah, easy peasy. The CT side's looking good now, bro. I agree with you. The French are back on it.
They need more, though. 5 is not enough. They're certainly going to want... I said 6 is the bare minimum here for Heat on their CT side. If they win this round, though, then they're almost guaranteed 7. As for Jano, they were in a very comfortable position at one time, but that's somewhat actually fallen out of place now.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy how one-sided this has got all of a sudden. Like it's flipped back and forth. Jano was 7-1 up. Now Heat are like tearing down the walls and are trying to find 8.
Yeah, if they find 8 though, I mean it's not a guaranteed 9. Heat still have a bit of money in the bank, so they've got themselves into a slightly comfortable position. Smiley not comfortable at all right now. Flames all around him, tucked into the corner, will be able to maintain his position actually. So he's feeling pretty content with the way that one played out. This is fine. Everything is fine. Flames all around, but I'm okay.
We're always okay, Hayes. Everyone's okay. Slowy, though, is feeling very okay. He's found a lot of success over in middle throughout the game, and finally is going to revitalize himself. Jano should be on an 8th because of Slowy. He's been great towards middle. He's really been very impressive, and it feels like the reason for Heat winning the rounds that they have is because of the lack of control towards middle.
Yeah, and that's why they've been taking so much time, is because normally they're just giving Slowy time to make his way in towards mid and to work his way through middle. Great frag there from Smiley, blows the door wide open on that B bomb site, and the defense has been destroyed. Great work coming through there. Yeah, I actually think it's really cool how much time they give to Slowy to work his way in towards mid. Everybody else is just kind of posted up on angles, waiting for their opportunity to come into effect, to have their impact in the round. But Slowy has been a menace throughout this T side so far, and Jano makes sure that Heat aren't able to save any of their guns as well. So it is going to be the half one at the bare minimum here for the Finnish team. And actually, you know what? Double digits pretty much guaranteed if they win this next round here as well.
Why a lot of dependency, though? Like, if you're letting one player dictate your whole game, sometimes a little bit difficult when it's like, grand, yeah, they won that round, they've won so many else with it. But I used to like when Alu would play with him, or they'd use a little bit more utility to help him work out. But yeah, it's a little bit scary when you're sending one player to do everything.
Yeah, we have seen that for the most part, yeah, with Maka on Heat as well. Slowy, as you say, for Jano. The 2 heroes for either team so far. Full force coming through from Heat, as I suggested would be the case. Looks decent in terms of the firepower, quite light on utility though. Not actually a great position to be in with this auto shot. You're a bit deep actually with where Exercise is positioned right now. Yeah, he wants to close that gap, man, and actually will be able to. So despite all the util that's been thrown, he is actually still able to maintain this forward position.
He's going to try and make good use of it. This is actually a pretty nice city side round from them. They've got a lot of space, in my opinion. Especially towards A. Look at this. Macro and Exercise. Look how they're sending the shotgun to go roaming. But to be fair, Maka's, yeah, it's great Maka's got that kill. But he's just opened up Jano's vision to know that there is a flank. They know that they have to go and burst onto this B bomb site. Somehow, though, it's gone flawlessly. They had a lot of reliance there to try and make it work, and goddamn they do.
Great entry kills coming through there. Man, Smiley is looking like a live wire. How good was his crosshair placement, and instantaneously finds that headshot there to open up the site as well. So great work coming through from him. A flurry of frags. There were a number of CT players on that B bomb site, but they were barely able to put up a defense amongst themselves. And Mucka, well, he's going to have to settle to save the AWP, exercise the shotgun. That's not going to get anybody excited going into the last round of the half. Okay. Final round of this first half.
Very
about to get underway.
detrimental.
Mucka's gone down, so no AWP in play.
That's very detrimental there, Hayes. I feel like Mac is saving that AWP is a do or die for Heat in round number 15. They seemed like they were getting themselves back together. It seemed like they were maybe putting the pieces and getting the puzzle sorted out, but no. The only thing going for them in this round is exercise on an AK. Everyone else, apart from him and Maka, have been very absent. And Jano, they're looking good, I must say.
Yeah, really impressive performance coming through from them here on Anubis so far, but the job's only halfway done. This is 9 rounds on their T side. I want to see them on their CT side. AK in play. Exercise has to be the hero. Flash will be coming through over the top. Alexi completely blinded up, falls victim. Successful first frag found here for the CT side, and Exercise looks like he wants more. This is very bold. I don't really mind it because he knows he has to be the hero in the round, but he just loses his life out, and that AK is now unrecoverable as well, Grimmy.
High risk, high reward, and it feels like it is going to be the riskier part. Yes, he gets one, but he had to get more. Look at this play now. Mac is going to get caught off guard. And Slowy, ooh, they are not expecting Hippo, but it doesn't matter. Once again, coming through middle, the demon that he is, that's going to be half. That's Jano on 10, and that's Heat trailing by 5 going into the second half.
Yeah, certainly. Lucky will get cut down as well. Dominant half coming through from Jano. Slowy in particular will finish that half with 3 kills in the last round. Quick break, then we come back. Last half of the series. Last half of the series, assuming we don't go to overtime, but that's quite a ride away from where we are right now, Grimmy.
Long time indeed. Heat on the T side now. They need to start making it work. Pushing towards the A bomb site. The first contact will be Smiley. He has got support from Alexi. I love this. The dual Berettles taking the bait. It is high risk, high reward as well. We were talking about that phrase. Alu's there in conjunction. Great first flashbang, and the dual Berettles, they find Null. Alexi as well chopped down. Alu finds nothing. How have Heat just broken through so dominantly? My God, Exercise.
Wow, that is an insanely dominant pistol round coming through there from Heat. Beautiful flashbang there to clear the first 2 frags. They don't take a step backwards afterwards. And it is indeed going to be a 10-6 scoreline. Exactly the start that Heat wanted to the second half.
Not too bad. That was really dominant. That was actually a really good pistol round. Like, that
Simple
literally couldn't have...
One good pop flash. Jocko 3 kills on the entry.
Exercise as well, got 2, right? Was it?
Yeah, it's certainly one. Don't know if you got the last kill there.
He got the dual Beretta. I mean, yeah, still, either way, just really good entries, to be honest. Very impressive and very nice indeed. Jano on the full eco. This is going to be Heat's easy peasy round.
Should be. Muck has even got the Julies out here. I love this. This play became less popular. It was very popular after we saw the economic changes a few years ago. A lot of teams would like to just keep the pistols in the second round, knowing the opponents would be ecoing. And then you could make aggressive plays like that and not be worried about dropping the gun that you didn't invest into. So it's not like you're giving them a strong gun to work with. Anyway, it is going to be the first gun round coming through here. Mucker will certainly buy up now. He's got the AWP to work with. Important round for Heat to continue to fight their way back, but we do back them here on the T side, Grimmy.
Yeah, in the end, this is a T-sided map. So I think Heat, even though they are trailing by 3, they still could make it work.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I did mention already that they got that 63% win rate on their T side at the moment, so they will certainly have faith in themselves. Jano looking to make a statement here, yet to win a round in the second half, only been 2 so far. Rifles in play, utility as well. 2-1-2 is the setup right now. I think they've got a stack over on that A bomb side as things stand. No, actually would rather be a stack on the statue over towards B, right? So 3-1-1 in fact. Pretty stock standard. Keep giving Hippo time to clear out middle. His teammates not far behind him either. Looks like an A split is what Heat are setting themselves up for right now.
You love a good A split. I feel like coming through middle, as I've said, it's just so powerful. It's so important when you have someone like Slowy, who was doing it so progressively on that T side. But now they've actually forced Heat back. That one smoke by Slowy, he knows how to play middle. He's done it on the T side. He'll do it on the CT side. 3 players currently reside towards the B bomb site, and they're going to get they're going to get hit very soon because Heat, they just have to go 20 seconds. They're running out of time, Hayes.
Yeah, they really are running out of time. They're leaving themselves so much work to do. And actually, Jano are well prepared over on the speed bomb site right now. They have 3 players in position. A 4th not far away either. All the kills coming through here right now for the CT side. Finally, Hippo able to get a kill. Actually, look at that. Quick succession. 3 frags for Heat as the door is blown wide open on the speed bomb site. Plant comes through as well. Slowly, not wasting any time. Does give away the audio cues. They're aware of his position. No more element of surprise. Now he's waiting to see if Alexi might be able to get himself into the equation. Edges his way forward with the Famasa. Low HP. Lucky, but 3 players to be dealt with, and he won't get a single kill. Wow, Heat, how have they made that one look so easy?
In the blink of an eye, Jano potentially have lost their lead. In a blink of an eye, the French team might be following in pursuit of their brothers who seeded this morning. This is looking good. Heat 8-10. I'd take them to win this, honestly.
Well, especially considering the fact that it should be 9-10 after this round. If you look at that, based on their history on Anubis as well, yeah, I think it does sort of make sense that you'd say that. It's definitely the direction that the signs point in right now. Nice shot there from Slowy. He has been a force to be reckoned with here on Anubis so far. 19 kills to his name, matching Mucker. Although, as I say that, Mucker says, I'm in a league of my own, mate. He does go to the top. Alexi dropped into the bottom. And Alu should follow suit soon enough. Oh my god. Oh, that is the most opposite to clean I've ever seen. Absolutely nothing
So
clean at all about that.
dirty.
Filthy. Disgusting.
Filthy. Well, filthy is almost like a good thing sometimes.
Well, that's the same as like sick, right?
Yeah. It's like an oxymoron almost.
Yeah, if we're not using it in its slang term, we're using it in its, you know, standard definition.
Dictionary. It's legal. It's legal term.
There we go. Jano call a timeout, yeah. Heat on the brink of leveling up the scoreline. This T side's in full swing right now. Jano going to have their investments. Alu's going to have his AWP. Do we see a change up in the setup? Do we see some sort of early initiative taken to see if they can find an opening kill?
exactly what you need to see. You need to see something change up. If it's not working, don't keep on beating the dead horse. You need to keep on trying to fix it up, trying to be dynamic.
Yeah.
And right now, they're looking good. They're playing slow, and it's working out for them. They're just doing what Jano did on their T side, to be honest.
Yeah, that's, as we said, that is the blueprint for the T side on Anubis, right? So they're not reinventing the wheel here. They're just following the same sort of methodology that has proven to be effective and successful. Playing slowly, taking your time. For the most part, working your way through middle throughout the round. That's where you tend to put most of your focus as you take your time in the round.
Okay, a little bit of success there for Smiley, though. Starting to pick something up for Jano.
Feels like they need this round, Grimmy.
Yeah, I think this is the round where it's like just give them something, just confidence more than anything. Just give them something to work with. You've lost 4 in a row. Just get that gun round. This gun round could be so vital.
They are looking pretty vulnerable over towards the A side of the map right now as things stand with the defense. They've gone for the 3-1-1 once again, and it is Slowy who's deep in towards middle, so it's not going to be a quick rotation for Alexi either, who's just deployed his sole smoke grenade. Flash follows suit, no Molotov. 30 seconds on the clock. Heat, they don't have the luxury of waiting for the smoke. They're going to have to go through this, but they're not really set up just yet. Now Lucky going to start to dump the utility in towards that A-bomb site. Alexi going to be calling for the support to come through. He's been burnt out into the open. Fantastic util usage coming through from that T side. Slowly the first responder gets a kill back, but will fall immediately afterwards. Trade train in full effect right now. Bomb plant still not come through, but that's okay. He continues to find the frags necessary, and it's not going to be Jano who have much of a chance there as they continue to be shut down. Blah.
Could be starting to be the nail in the coffin there for Jano. Especially considering you don't lose that gun, especially because you don't win that gun round. It's just looking ever so worse for Heet. Sorry, for Jano. Heet, they're looking good on this T side. They've definitely impressed me with how they've researched back into it. And the fins now on the pistols. Not ideal.
Opening kill was found for Jano in that round as well, right? Smiley finds the first frag, and it's really important that you convert those opening kills into round wins. Not much of an investment here from Jano, but obviously they've got that max round loss bonus behind them, so they can afford to pick up some upgraded pistols and some Kevlar as well. They've got a little bit of utility, a flash play coming through, exit side completely blinded up, tries to get himself back to safety, regains his vision, but only to see the people that actually take him down, not able to do anything about it. Rifle recovered, Jocko not going to be able to do anything about that. In fact, himself and Hippo both left exposed there. Alu inflicts significant chunk of damage to both of them. 4 versus 4, minute left on the clock. Where did Heat go from here?
I don't know. I think they're just going to have to commit to a bomb site. Like, you've got the weaponry, but the A bomb site potentially is the worst because that's where the people are. The flank's coming in as well. You got to be careful of that. Alexi in
Molly.
Close pursuit. Miss Molly, yeah. Oh, wait, the Molly's actually... Yeah, that's very costly. And no way is this the round Jano win. No way with 35 seconds is Alexi on the bomb site killing all of them. Oh my god, has he just done it? Fair enough. You've got one more player alive. Lucky does get the first, but now the flank will have finally initiate itself. Jano, fine 11th off the back of an eco win, pretty much, in Alexi's 4K.
Yeah, the big problem there for Heat is Lucky misses his molly. I'm pretty sure that was the molly that was supposed to land at the back of site, which would have forced Alexi out into the open. He was the player who was able to get 2 kills from behind the bomb site, so that was detrimental. One piece of utility being missed costs them a massive amount. Jano get themselves ahead once again. Their first round that they win here on the CT side. Need to win another 5 to win this in regulation. More than enough money for Heat to invest into this round and probably into the next as well. As for Jano, well, they lost a couple of players in the process of winning that previous round, so there's work ahead of them.
Still anyone's game, though. It's so even across the board. I genuinely can't cut it. Heat, though, they are going to try pop towards this B-bomb site. The utility from Jano is really good. It's completely hindered them and stopped them in their momentum. Jano successfully resisting that execute with ease, to be honest. All it did was just force out utility from Heet.
Yeah, they're going to be grouping themselves up and towards that mid-smoke right now. Alu with the scope trained in will spot Maka as that smoke fades, goes back for more. He gets so much information. My god, Alu, not content with the information. He wants frags as well, and one by one, they will fall. He didn't even look to just try and use that info to relay it through to his teammates and fall back into mid. Methodically peaks, systematically frags. Exercise gets a kill in response. It's a constellation frag at best. He'll go down to Slowy 12-10. Jano start to show a little bit of flair. Start to show a little bit of fight back. 13-10. Maybe not a guarantee. Depends here whether Heat invest or not.
I don't know, to be honest. Like, I think they do. I think they've got the money because they've also got the loss bonus racking up. So if the bomb goes down, they will actually get another buy next round potentially. But Jano, this is them putting Heat on the wires. Heat, they're on the ropes now, rather. They need to get this going. They've done so well to get basically the best part of 5 rounds in a row to get them to a 10-10. And now Jano have potentially just exceeded them.
Yeah, the problem we have for Heat is if they lose this round, there's no money left in the bank, and then they're going to be pretty much staring down the barrel of a 14-10. However, Slowy gets caught out in the open. Great flash there. Blinds him up and gives Hippo the free frag, despite the fact he's got only a pistol to work with to start the round. Now that pressure starts to mount over on the A-bomb site. Alu gets a kill. Traded out, though. Fights sporadically breaking out across the map right now. Maka extends. Alexi resides in the smoke. Waits for it to fade. Spots out Lucky. So much time here. Heat don't have to commit to the bomb line. They can look to actually just try and get the kill before they do. But Smiley comes into effect. Huge flank out of him. Lucky left alone. 1 versus 1. Smiley pushes forward on the edge of the smoke. He will actually have a favorable angle there onto Lucky. Takes him down 13-10. It was a good start to the round there for Heat. They found the first pick, but then it falls apart afterwards as they try and get themselves in towards that A-bomb site. Those 1xbet odds are not accurate. Do not believe them for a moment. Not based on what we've seen so far here on Anubis, that's for sure. Jano just 3 rounds away. There's no money in the bank of Heat's players either. They will use their 3rd timeout of the map. Man, I mean, it was a great start to the half for Heat. They were down 5-10. They won the first 5, leveled the scoreline up 10-all, but Jano have won 3 in a row since then. And should be able to pretty easily add a 4th to that tally as well. Unfortunately, it does look like we've lost Grimmy Rana. I believe our internet's just playing some musical chairs at the moment, taking turns dropping. So, yeah, hopefully he will be able to join here before the end of the map so that he can catch the action. He certainly deserves to. Okay, Alu takes so much damage to the utility. It looks to try and fall back through middle. Jocker gets a kill on Slowy as well. More mollies coming through. Alu forced to fight, but he will fall. Alexi with the MP9 is not the cleanest coming through from him. 3 versus 3 as a result. Heat are going to be making their way towards the A-bomb site from middle right now. This started off as an eco. Turns into a winnable round coming through for them right now. Zori going to step into Jocko. Comes out on top of that gunfight. That's a massive one. Lucky at least completes the bomb plants at the bare minimum. So that is going to be some extra money for the T side. But the round goes the way of Jano as we expected. 14-10. Jano 2 rounds away, but the job's certainly not done. Heat going to have another investment coming through. They're going to have everything they could ask for, even some money left afterwards. All of the players on Jano standing up. I mean, it was Slowy who was the chief destroyer in the first half. I think he got 19, no, probably around 17 kills in that first half, but everybody else has been standing up here in the second. In these past 4 rounds especially. We've seen Alu have a massive quad kill in towards middle to win around for his team. Alexi with some great work over on that A-bomb site as well. Heat going to be feeling the pressure. Feel the heat. That's their slogan. Taking their time. No early overextensions. No early fights being taken up. Chloe does peek out though. Going to go back through the molly. He doesn't have a smoke to extinguish it. He's taken so much damage. And he's actually just run straight back out into the open. Slowly. I mean, that is ridiculously aggressive. Safely made his way back. But then decides to put himself back into the line of fire. Back into harm's way. Costs him his life. Options available for Heat. 2 players outside of that A bomb site. 2 players outside of the B bomb site. Bomb still back in spawn. Appears as though Jano are going to go for a bit of a gamble. Lean themselves over towards that B bomb site while Heat are traversing in towards the opposite direction. So Jano have misread the situation. Don't really blame them going for a gamble here in the 4 versus 5. Looking at their economic standings as well. I mean, just staying alive, keeping all 4 players' guns in play going into that next round. Going to be a good option as well. Heat have left this one so late. They're so lucky that there's nobody on that A bomb site. They're still setting themselves up. 13 seconds left. Now they start to run forward. Heat have almost lost this round to themselves here. They are so incredibly lucky. There isn't... Wait, they're not planting. Now they're starting to plant. Heat, are you kidding me? How on earth have they nearly lost that round to themselves there? My God. If there was anybody from Jano over on that A bomb site, then that round could have gone completely different. All right, Heat doing the bare minimum here to keep themselves in the conversation. Need to win another round, and I mean, it's not like they entirely break that CT side economy, right? Because 4 players stay alive, 4 players keep their guns in play. So they probably will have enough of a buffer, economically speaking, if they lose this round here to afford a buy in the next. Means that Heat are going to have to do this on hard mode. A number of consecutive gun rounds for them to go up against here. Setting themselves up here. Still no direct commitments, but it does look like they're going to be finishing off over towards the B bomb site here are Heat. As for Jano, it does look like they're making a move. It's Alu who's very slowly edging his way forward over towards A main right now. Exercise, he's tucked into the corner. Slowly continues to make moves in the middle. Hearing for information, he finds himself a frag. That's a huge opening kill. Cuts the map down the middle. Smiley goes on a mission as well. Lots of initiative being taken. That forces Exercise's hand. He realizes he has to try to do something to get his team back into the round, but steps straight out into Alu's scope. 15-11. Surely the imminent scoreline. Maka and Lucky left alone. 34 seconds on the clock. Maka unsuccessful in finding the opening kill. Alexi going to deploy the smoke. That's going to make it very difficult for the T side. Have to go through. Maka good enough to find that frag. Only 1 player now on the A bomb site itself. It's Alu, but he's not going to be the one who gets tested. In fact, it's Zori who's realizing he needs to get out of dodge. Will take damage as he rounds the corner. Just trying to stay alive for as long as he can right now. Buying time for rotations to come through from his teammates. He successfully inflicts damage as well. Smiley coming through from Cave will be able to finish off the round. It's 15-11. Jano have got themselves to map and series points, and they've got 4 of them as well. Absolutely wonderful Counter-Strike coming through from the Finnish team in that round. Slowy continues to be the hero. Great timing on that peak. Then it's Smiley. Takes initiative, pushes into Cave, peers in towards the canals, gets a frag as well. 5v3. That sends Heat into disarray. 4 rounds left on the map. Jano need to win one of them, and they win the series 2-1 after losing the first map 16-6. Maka boosted up above the smoke, swings out, does Slowy straight to his death. Maka has been phenomenal in this match so far here for his team. Certainly one of the shining lights. Alexi looks to try and use that smoke of some sort of a one-way. Can't really see much on the opposite side, just some sort of a hazy view. A lot of time left here for Heet as well. They don't need to force any issues. Zori gets a kill though, and that's actually going to take some of the attention away from Alexi, who's up towards the double door right now. Zori goes for the swing. Damage done. Oh, yep, Hippo's lost his life. At least he gets a lot of information. Alexi doesn't need to continue to force the issue here. Smoke in place. Pressure starts to mount on that A-bomb side. Alu in position with the AWP, can't connect on the shot. He really needed that shot there. Would have been a massive frag for his team. Now that A-bomb side pretty much open for business. Bomb shifting itself in that direction. Dory's here. He's got some support from Alu as well. Another dink going to be coming through. 3 versus 3 is the result. Look at Exercise. Getting very aggressive. That HE grenade could be enough to finish off the kill on Jocko. It does. It's only Lucky left remaining. 1v3 to rescue the round for his team, but he'll go down. Jano have done the job. They've won the map 16-11, and with that, they've won the series 2-1. What a remarkable fight back, not only in the series, but on the map as well. Was a dominant first half performance coming through them. They went up 10-5 on their T side. Was a bit touch and go at one point. Heat won 5 consecutive rounds. They leveled the scoreline up at 10-all. And then from there, we see Jano get back into the groove, get back into the swing of things. And they're actually able to win out the map 16-11. A remarkably impressive performance coming through from them there on Anubis. And that will see them going into the 1-1 bracket of the Swiss stage. Whereas, unsuspectingly or unexpectedly, should I say, Heat will make their way into that 0-2 bracket. They are not going to be feeling good about that at all. Okay, next game up, it is going to be Young Ninjas versus Tricked. After that, Undefined versus Miles NXT. Those are the games set up. We are a bit behind schedule, so not going to waste your guys' time too much. Unfortunately, we did lose Grimmy a little bit earlier on today. I had my issues as well, but all's well and ends well. Going to be a couple new faces taking you guys through the rest of the action today, so be sure to stay tuned for the next matchup, which is going to be coming through, actually, I believe in about half an hour. So there we go, not too far behind schedule. Stay tuned for that next matchup, guys.